Welcome to Through the Wire.
Through the Wire.
We back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to see that Darrick has on jeans. The last couple times we met up with Darrick, he came out with some Crocs.
No socks.
No socks, ashy knees, and some shorts. You're like, damn.
Dad fit.
Is that a dad fit?
I was
I think
proud of
so.
the first time his ankles was ashy. The second time yesterday,
My boy was
Right.
right. I was cocoa buttered up.
yeah, that motherfucker, they was shining. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a process.
Definitely a
Definitely
process.
a process. Hey, y'all know what to do. Today Tuesday. That means yesterday Monday. The Heliocentric podcast dropped. Go leave 5
Why
stars.
you drop on my
That's all
day?
I'm gonna say. You drop on Monday.
Hell yeah, Mondays and Thursdays.
Monday is just a great day.
Mondays is a great day.
I am thinking about potentially down the line doing 2. I'll stay away from Thursday.
Okay, cool.
I'll
No,
go Friday.
Mondays is a good day because that's the day. That's like you start the day of the week. You're going to work. You need something to kind of wake you up.
Yeah, yeah. So that means that we'll have our show Tuesdays and Saturdays, the Heliocentric and the Kenny Beach and Pod on Mondays. Thursdays, the Kenny Beach and Pod, potentially Fridays, Heliocentric. Wednesday is kind of a dead area for our content. Guys, corners, what's going on?
It opens up for something.
Somebody
Oh,
hit me up
okay.
yesterday and was like,
Interesting.
"Man, P, this becoming too much. Like Through the Wire, Kenny, you." And I'm like, I love that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather you have that than for you to be, because motherfuckers just
I
hit me
can't
up and
believe
ask
we
me
used to
for
shoot the
more.
pod once a week.
Once a week, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. Like, how long was we doing that for? Like a year?
Basically the first year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it made sense. People had jobs and stuff. So Saturday was really the only free day
Yeah.
for a lot of people. But now we 2 and maybe 3 coming up.
I would love for it to be 3.
I wouldn't be against 3. Why not?
Don't do that. Don't put that in their head. Make them think that we do it 3 times a week.
Oh, you said 3 times a week. I thought you meant like 3 shows. Like I was.
Oh, I thought you said 3. I thought you were talking about 3 episodes. I was ready
Nah,
for 3.
I would just love to see y'all do something like together, but not sports related. Like that's my next venture. Like I like doing the Heliocentric. It's been fun.
Let's do the Smoking Chronicles, Mike.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah, we already got a producer right
let
here.
me be y'all
Wednesday-
first guest.
Wednesday is the
Let
non-sports
me be y'all
episode.
first guest.
You got to smoke though.
I do not smoke, so if I do, be
Nah,
ready for it.
I seen him with the secondhand smoke by him. He still be getting high.
Well, that was crazy. Y'all was just sitting over like Cheek and John, whatever. How you say?
Cheech and Chong.
Cheech and
Cheech
Chong.
and Chong. Cheech and Chong.
Or
something like that.
Method Man and Red Man on How High. These motherfuckers, I couldn't escape it. If I worked a 9 to 5, I came in Monday morning. What Future say? My piss coming back dirty. I'm just honest. But yeah, I definitely want to do something down the line that has nothing to do with sports. It's gonna be hard because what do you talk about? But it's just like
I think it's just so much to talk about though
It is.
too.
You know, people love music.
but I work in music. So
Yeah.
like that's my biggest fear.
They
I
give you a
people
little
ask that
leeway,
all the
though.
time, and
Like
they
you already got your foot there.
review shit, but I'm like, bro, the way that the music shit work, I do not want to review somebody's shit. And I'm with Flex in New York, and
Oh yeah,
we walk
true.
into a session, and it's the dude who album I trash.
Right.
And it ain't personal, but
Yeah.
rappers they are so
That just
emotionally
happened.
tied.
'Cause that's
with
their
Kai
baby.
Cenat. That just happened with Kai Cenat.
Oh right,
He was listening to the Glorilla song.
Oh yeah.
Said it wasn't it. She unfollowed him, blocked his phone number, blocked everything. I'm like, oh man.
and that's like it comes with. I don't feel like he was doing anything purposefully. It just didn't like the song.
Yeah.
and that happens. I don't have one artist who 100%. Okay, there's exceptions to everything. Anwar loves 100% of Drake's songs, but majority of people don't like 100% of anything that anybody does.
Yeah.
So,
Like I don't like 100% of basketball. There's a couple teams in the league that I refuse to watch right now.
name
Hey, no,
The
that's
Washington Wizards. I refuse
Okay.
to watch the
Oh,
Washington
that's
Wizards.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. The drop the mic today was, be honest, who is your most watched team or who's your least watched team?
You know who also I'm not enjoying watching?
Who?
The New York Knicks.
Uh-oh.
We were talking about
I've
that
watched them
yesterday.
too much this year because it feels like every big game of the year is against the Knicks.
Well, the
It
Knicks
is.
are also on ESPN a lot.
Yeah,
They
I-
are.
but
That's why you probably watch them a lot.
You know why? Because they were projecting us to be better.
the Julius Randle experience is not something I like
Actually,
watching.
he played very good yesterday.
He had a good.
Very good. It's
He
crazy.
had a better game.
He had better. Yeah, I think
Compared
his
to the
moments were
previous
better.
game. Compared to the previous game, yeah.
Okay. That
Yeah.
42% was his highest shooting percentage this
Yeah,
season.
facts. But
He
the,
had starting the season with the lowest shooting percentage of like.
It was a moment in the
Yeah.
game where he
With
had a
people in the
wide,
50s.
bro.
I
He had a
think
wide
50s,
open shot, and he gave the extra, the one more, and then the very next possession, he took a step back 3 wide open to start the possession. I'm like, y'all got to get your shot selection right, bro.
yeah.
yeah, I don't blame you though. The Knicks are not a. if you're not a fan, I can see why it's like
They have to be
not-
kind of rolling for me to enjoy it. Like when they were playing against the Bucks, when Jalen Brunson had 45 he ended with.
I think Jalen Brunson makes them watchable.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because even with him doing that, because Julius Randle was doing all the stupid shit, I wasn't really enjoying it.
Yeah, you don't really
you know?
notice it. Yeah,
But the
last
Wizards.
night, did y'all watch last night?
I did rewatch.
I did
Yes,
watch
because
last
I
night.
say DiVincenzo had a little moment of excitement. He
But the
got-
only reason
Bro,
I
the fourth
watched it
quarter
because
was-
of James Harden. You know?
which was it was
his
okay.
first bucket was a mid-range shot. Man, we are in the matrix.
He had some big threes. I'm like, oh yeah, this how
He had a
gonna come
deep
out.
one. I was like, here it come, and it never came. Pause. But I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very underwhelming debut for
could have
James Harden.
easily been a 40-point triple-double.
His
And
actual
Harden.
stats was like what?
17, 3 and 6 or something like
It
that.
looked cool, but when you were watching it, it
Yeah,
wasn't
didn't-
really.
Yeah, Paul George was like 2 for 10.
Yeah, man.
They had they just weren't hitting their shots. Even Kawhi, who shot like 50% from the field eventually, he started the game off like 0 for 4, and they were like all makeable shots he could have hit.
I don't like the quote that he had after the game.
Ty Lue, they
Did y'all
finna
see
make
that?
you earn your money, baby.
That's interesting.
They want you to go home thinking about your job.
You know, like a Kawhi quote, because Kawhi doesn't have many quotes.
Yeah. So it was tweeted by Joey Lynn. Shout out to him. He's been covering the Clippers for SI Now. The quote when Kawhi Leonard was asked if he got lost offensively with James Harden, he said, "No, it's gonna be like that. We have guys that can score the ball. Won't be the only one. I gotta be ready when my opportunity comes." It's like, you're Kawhi.
Why is he talking like he's a role player?
Yes, you're Kawhi.
I don't know. I feel like the shots they're gonna have to like just naturally. I feel like because Russell took the second most amount of shots on the team.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
Russ,
that's the problem with it though.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George are not guys that should naturally get shots.
Mhm.
They're so damn good that they should just
get shots.
get the ball. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're talking about game 1 of the season with James Harden, so I don't want to overreact to anything, obviously.
Mhm.
But it didn't look great. Zubac's hands were worse than I remembered.
Very DeAndre Ayton-ish.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
Another bad thing is Mason Plumlee. I didn't see the reports afterwards, but he went down with a knee injury. And we know like that's part of their size that they need.
Yeah.
They ended up having to go small ball because it's just like Zubac can't run the whole damn game, and eventually you're gonna have to put in some of the bench too. And they just did not look really good, And I think I'm not sure when Terrence Mann comes back, but I'm sure you would kind of help some problems.
Who was your most watched team?
My most watched team.
Don't say that besides the
No, I was gonna say not your favorite team. Maybe the Spurs. Honestly, I feel like they always have like one of the first games too.
You were
It's-
watching; they were down by like 30.
I had
at
like
some
8
point.
games up.
Yeah, true.
because I have my 2 screens. I just do 4 boxes on all,
Mhm.
and I just put them up.
That
And
sounds
you also have to parlay.
overwhelming.
What happened?
That
I
sounds-
usually you can't physically watch them all, but it's instead of me like clicking over, I just have them right there. So if I need to lock into one, I'm locked in.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it. 4 box. I'm focused on one. Let's say dead ball or free throw. I'll focus on the next one. Dead ball, free throw. It kind of. It's not the most efficient way to watch because you're not really into the game.
Yeah.
Like I felt like yesterday, the most fun I had was when we were into the Celtics versus Timberwolves
Oh,
game.
bro.
It was the only game that I was paying attention to, and it was amazing. I think we're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
Oh yeah, I wish I was in a party for that. That was so game.
It was such a good game.
I just I laid somewhere and just watched it
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I was just like I can't miss a second.
My most watched team though, it's 2 of them. It's gonna be the Minnesota Timberwolves. Cannot wait to spew my propaganda on that. And then
It's going to be or it has.
it has been. It has been. And the Atlanta Hawks. Those are the 2 teams I've watched the most this year. Other than,
Yeah, unfortunate.
yeah.
I don't have a most watched team because I can group something together. I watch a lot of Rockets, a lot of Spurs, a lot of Trailblazers. I watched like the first 5 Grizzly games. Now that they won 6, I kind of
Now you're done.
veered off of that. Watch a lot of Mavericks unintentionally. I just feel like when I'm watching basketball, the Mavericks on the screen. Pacers, Hawks, and probably the Raptors actually, and the Nets.
Good amount of Raptors too.
I feel like
for
I've been
me.
watching a lot of the Bucks too because I want to kind of gauge what's been
I
going
haven't
on with
seen
them.
a lot of the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me,
But like full games.
It has been pretty.
I check in when it's close.
Mhm.
Like what was that yesterday?
Yes,
Yesterday
Yeah.
was a close
I
game.
checked
Yeah.
in that.
Shout out to Cam Thomas.
oh,
Yes.
yeah. Cam Thomas is just,
Besides that damn reverse layup, just if you're gonna take a
Yeah.
shot that hard for 2, just take a 3. That's a tough ass shot
Yeah.
on Giannis.
What about you, Derek? What games? what
least
teams?
favorite team. I mean, not least favorite. Least watched team is probably the Miami Heat. Haven't watched a ton of Heat games. They haven't been very good. They also aren't a crazy fun team to watch, but
They got to win yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
Bam with a 22, 20, and 10 game and a 3-pointer.
Both them teams had a mid off, bro. Hey, there was a time.
Yeah, I can't believe the Lakers came back.
This is how bad this game was, and he ended up pulling this out. Jimmy Butler got the ball in the isolation. Somebody cut. He tried to do a fake ball pass, and he threw the ball out of bounds.
That was in crunch time, right?
Yeah,
I seen that.
I'm like,
it was crazy because in crunch time, neither team scored. It was literally like 107 and 108 for like the last.
And it's crazy because the
minutes.
Lakers had went on that small run to tie it back up and get back into the game, and then they did nothing else after that.
Yeah, neither team did, which is kind of crazy to think
because they left the door wide open.
Yeah, and you have LeBron.
Cam Reddish was wide open. Austin Reeves had missed the open shot.
Torian Prince was wide open too.
LeBron continues to make the right play, for better or for worse.
Sometimes I'd be saying shoot it, but that one, Bam was.
It was heavily contested if he went up with it for sure. And at that point, Cam was 0 for 0 for 3, so he wasn't warm or anything.
Shout out to Cam for breaking a rotation.
Shout out to
he's been defensively there.
Yeah.
Actually, what's the opposite of a shout out?
A diss.
Those courts suck, man. That court is awful, bro. It was just
Miami?
too much. Yes,
It's fucking dark in there.
but luckily
you can't even read the words.
that's what I was about to say. Luckily, the pictures that leaked beforehand made it seem a lot more prominent than what it was. Because when you were watching the game, you notice something there, but it's not as eye catching.
Maybe you can notice it in person.
Yeah, and then the jerseys are awful too. So,
Least watched team definitely the Wizards.
yeah, I rewatched the third quarter of their game yesterday because Joel Embiid had 29 points, perfect from the field, perfect from the free throw line. So I'm like, okay, what did he do? He dominated. I mean, there's no analysis that needs to go for
Bro,
today.
it's funny.
Mike Muscala was trying to guard him and shit.
Daniel Gafford was trying so hard. The effort was there.
Yeah.
I think he
It
had
just
5
wasn't
blocks. I think
enough.
he had 5
No,
blocks.
he
did.
He was
No,
trying
he
his
did.
best, but it's Joel Embiid.
Yes, Joel Embiid.
I haven't watched a lot of Jazz.
Yeah,
I haven't watched many.
the Jazz
either.
buzz is gone from last year.
And they played my other team that I don't really watch.
The Bulls?
Yesterday.
So
Yeah,
that
the
game
Bulls.
got
Yeah,
zero.
yeah.
Well,
I can't
what
tell
you need to know
I
from
can't
that
tell you
game?
what colors they wore.
I've only watched like 2 Bulls games this season. It's not.
We was
It's
talking.
not
Who
that
was we
high.
talking about? Going to the Bulls yesterday, and he was like, it was somebody, and I was like, if he's on the Bulls, he's gonna be a Fandy Mills, and he's like,
Oh,
yeah,
we
if
was
he
talking
on.
about Jason Tatum.
Oh, Jason. I was like, bro, ain't you already a Bulls fan though?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, because he did say Jason Tatum come to Chicago. And I was like, where is that coming from?
They not letting that man go.
I seen
I'll
the
tell you
Bulls
right
play the
now.
Pistons because
Yep.
Zach had 51.
Yep.
I seen them play against the Nets because that was just an exciting game on the in-season tournament.
Yeah,
Who else did the Bulls play?
they played
watched them play
against
the
OKC
Nuggets.
to start the
Didn't
year.
watch that. I
Played
didn't watch
against the Nuggets because you
none of
had that parlay in.
Didn't
That's
watch
why you
none of
watched. Who else have they played against this season? Of course, they just played against the Utah Jazz.
Didn't watch a lick. Who was at home?
There was a home game for the
Okay.
Bulls. Larry Marketing went to the Hawks game
it was
yesterday.
a home game because my boy. Shout out to Zach. Zach was there. My boy Zach.
Yeah, Zach
Rams.
LaVine. He scored 24 points.
No, another one.
Oh, okay. They wore the ugly black jerseys. Let's just say Utah up front. So so if somebody asks,
You are very critical of jerseys lately.
yeah, because the NBA is doing a terrible job of keeping me invested on the physical part. Also, NBA players are doing a terrible job. That thick ass headband that everybody's wearing this season that cover up all of their forehead gots to go. It has to go. Bam was wearing it yesterday. Drew Holiday is wearing it. Keldon Johnson is wearing it.
Keldon
Johnson.
Johnson.
Oh my god, bro, they're
Keldon
so
Johnson was
thick.
wearing it. Yeah.
Why is it so more noticeable for me?
Josh
than
Hart
remember
wears
Keldon
one too,
Johnson
I think.
wearing it?
Yes, he does. It's so bad. But I'm critical of jerseys because,
You're supposed to be.
Yeah.
especially with the Utah ones, the minimalism of that jersey made it seem like a practice jersey. And luckily last year they started off the season pretty good, so we were like, oh, the jerseys are fine. Now that they're not winning basketball games and they're still wearing that ugly ass jersey, it's like, what do they have?
That's what
The
it's
city
like.
this shit wasn't bad though.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Jerseys matter. Jerseys are important. I'm sure it's a lot of people who have a favorite team in the NBA based off the jerseys.
Yeah.
Artwork on album covers.
Yeah.
That's a very big thing. A movie cover is a very big thing.
thumbnails.
Thumbnails. You know what I mean? Like
yes, it's got to
it's-
catch the
yeah,
eye
it's-
of the casual fan.
shoe color scheme like that. I think I don't want to give false credit, but I think Nike introduced the idea of like, and I think it really made shoes was already popular, but I think it took it to a whole nother stratosphere when you have an unpearl for the KDs and you have Darrick got a shoe. These the big beefs. You know what I'm saying? Like you got those colorways and those meanings behind them. Like these are the Volt, Virgil Air Force One off-white. You know what I'm saying? Like the Space Jam Jordans. When they started doing that shit, it took shoes to a whole different thing. Like I remember my homie, he was dating this girl, and me, him, and the girl cousin went to North Riverside, and we went to every store looking for these PB&J Kevin Durant's.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that, it was just what people had.
Was these the low top KDs?
Yes.
I know, like the KD 6s or something like that.
KD, like KD 6 or 5,
mm-hmm.
and it had like the yellow with the purple, and it looked
back
like
in the day where you can go into the store and get into it.
I feel like you're starting to go back in the store and you can see more stuff. It's not going to be as
it's not the stuff you want.
Yeah, but they have more selection than what they used to. Like I feel like you could walk out with something decent now.
What as far as what? I'm sorry.
Just from like the last couple of years, Foot Locker, just regular shoe retail stores, I feel like they're getting some of like that inventory back.
I completely disagree with that.
I do too.
I don't.
I be seeing
any shoe that's worth getting. I don't. Wait, I'm not saying that in like a negative connotation, but I just mean like the shoes that people care about do not hit the stores anymore.
I agree.
That you can't. They're raffling them off.
But that's why I think y'all both are right, because Mike wears shoes that aren't highly sought after.
Right.
It would just come in with a pair of Air Max. So yeah, if you just want an Air Max, I've never felt like a regular pair of Air Max were ever like
in high demand.
Yeah, they were never. They're
I'm also talking about like I went from never seeing, cause I don't really get Jordans at like, cause they never. First of all, if you go to like try to get Jordans at a Foot Locker or something like that, most of the time they have one size in there, and it is like. But for the most part, when I do go, cause I just be at the mall, I'll see like 4 or 5 pairs of Jordans that actually like retros versus like they have the basketball ones.
What we're saying is they're not
the sought after.
A green Air Jordan 3, nobody will fucking want it. So it's going to be in Foot Locker.
That's facts. That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing that. Why? To make more money, I guess, and so it can be something in the store, which is smart because they probably realizing that you have to really go after these shoes. Like my mom or my sister, or you know what I'm saying. Dana say something about a shoe, and it's like, well, I hope you're ready to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Or spend
I'm for sure somebody that just gets some shit because it catch my eye versus like I've been looking for this shoe for 3 months.
I will go to the mall and I will go in a shoe store knowing I'm not finna buy shit, but I just want to see what they get.
I want to see what's sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see what's sitting. I want to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves, y'all.
Let's talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves.
There's
a lot to talk about.
The Boston Celtics lost their first game of the year yesterday.
Congratulations to the Timberwolves.
The Denver Nuggets have one loss on the season.
Mm-hmm.
That was also to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So they've taken down the top 2 teams in the league. The defense is best in ball, and Anthony Edwards is crazy good. And I'm so excited for it because obviously, I mean, no matter the success, unless you win a championship, the trade of Rudy Gobert is gonna be looked at as like that's crazy. I must say, giving up, but it's like kind of cool right now because they're winning basketball games. The defense is otherworldly. Like the Boston Celtics went into last night averaging 128 points per game, and they had 101 going to overtime. Like that's how good the defense has been. Rudy Gobert is clamping up, but the one I want to talk about is Anthony Edwards. Because we've known he's a good defender.
Yeah.
But yesterday, when things got down to the nitty-gritty, he said, hey, I want Tatum. I want to be on Tatum full time.
And he did that with 5 fouls.
Yes, exactly. That's a very good point. I forgot about that. 5 fouls. And then it didn't stop his aggression because he had the one play that he forced the jump ball where he was all over Tatum. It's like the team is clicking. It's not all going perfectly because your Supermax player has 7.7 turnovers, 6 fouls, but they're winning basketball games. In the first couple games of the year that they ended up losing, that was without Jaden McDaniels, and the teams that they lost to, what we're seeing right now are good teams. Like the Atlanta Hawks is a good team, you know. So I'm just really optimistic about the way the Timberwolves are playing right now.
Yeah, I love that down the stretch in that game that Anthony Edwards pretty much he knew that Tatum wanted to run that pick and roll with Al Horford. So he literally just guarded Al Horford so he could just switch on to him. And now Jaden McDaniels is on Al Horford. Because no one's really worried about an Al Horford post-up. Like, so I'm going to guard him.
I saw a little thing with Al Horford. I'm like,
when he failed?
I hope you ain't just tell your
Facts. That was facts. Me and KB was watching that.
I'm like, bro, please.
Darrick's game was like 30 seconds behind mine.
Yes,
and
bro,
he turned the ball over, and I wasn't trying to spoil nothing. So I did like I giggled because that play was just crazy.
Yeah, it was.
And then eventually Darrick saw it. He was like, were you just laughing at Al Horford? Like, yes.
It was like 5. It was like the 2-3 minutes after the game, and they trying to go into OT. D Mills is like, yes, OT, baby. He's like,
I went on Twitter. I'm like, thank you, Lord. I needed OT in my life.
That game was so good, it couldn't end in regulation.
Yeah.
It was just so good. Big shot after big shot.
That was
good
probably the
defense.
first time all year or in a long time I rooted against some shit. Jaylen Brown was sizing up. I said, please.
Oh,
OT.
yeah. Jaylen
Please
Brown.
give me
Yeah.
It
OT.
was
They
a good
can
look,
win.
too. It was
They
a
can
good
win,
look.
but just give me OT, please.
I was very surprised he decided to take that shot.
He tried to look at Tatum, and then he was like,
they did
"Fuck it,
not ball.
I got to
They
do
did
what
not
I got to
ball,
do."
too.
Yeah, this team is good. I don't want to jump too high to conclusions for the Minnesota Timberwolves because it's still extremely early, but they are doing anything defensively. When I did my Week 1 awards, Rudy was my DPOI because they was the best defense even then. We know Anthony Edwards is going to be Anthony Edwards. Like, this part is not surprising. I think going forward, it's really figuring out the Cat situation. And I don't want to get on here and dog Cat like he's just bringing a team down because statistically, when he's on the floor, they still are a good team. They're a plus team. So he ain't hurting them that bad. He's not hurting them at all. But there are certain things where you look at, like yesterday. I don't want to be a negative person. I'm not trying to put anything out there because I like Cat.
As do I.
But I don't know if it was a coincidence that once he fouled out, shit just went
Started to
haywire. Everything that could possibly go right and go their way.
Oh my God.
It literally, he fouled out and it just like the
Click.
sliders went 99.
Bro, this what happened in the fourth quarter. They were up by like 6 points with 5 minutes to go. Karl-Anthony Towns gets a rebound and he's trying to push. He throws a fake ass outlet that goes straight out of bounds.
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics come down and hit a layup. Boom. Now that 6 point lead is now a 4 point lead. Very next possession, Cat gets the ball on the wing, tries to drive, dribbles off his big ass feet. Ball goes out of bounds. Back to back turnovers, and they come down and hit a 3. And now it's a timeout, and that 6 point lead is now a 1 point lead based on Karl-Anthony Towns turnovers. And then the time he fouled out, you would have thought that it was a phantom foul. It was a blatant foul, but
Tatum,
he
right? The arm?
reacted. Yeah,
Yeah.
he reacted as if he didn't touch this man, that he wasn't within 10 feet. And we're like, Carl, bro, Carl.
And in the play before that, him and Rudy tussled over a rebound and gave it back to the
I
Celtics.
remember
and,
that, yes,
and he
yes.
like this to Rudy. Come on. And I'm like, Cat, bro, don't do that, bro. Go move on to the next play.
There was a part in this game where a defensive rotation was missing. I do want to give Karl-Anthony Towns credit because their defense is not everybody else. Like, he's bought in on that side too. But there was a moment where it was him and Nas Reed on the court together, and Nas must have missed a rotation or something. And he was looking at Nas like, and I'm like, bro, you just turned the ball over 2 times the last couple possessions. Like, do that to yourself, or somebody do that to him. Like, what is going on? But again, he got subbed out due to the foul trouble when Kyle Anderson came into the game, which is interesting. I thought they might have went with Nas Reed because he's like the 6th man of the year so far. But they went with Kyle Anderson for the steadiness. I love the 2-man game between Kyle Anderson and Rudy Gobert after their scuffle at the end of last season. They're still doing pretty good. And now Anthony Edwards has so many assists to Rudy Gobert. I think last year the number was so ridiculously low.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he either close to that number or over that number through the first
And it's
6
funny
games of the
you
year.
still be watching and you be like, bro, throw him the ball.
Bro, it's so many times.
Yes.
It's so many times where
Right.
I'm like, just give Rudy the damn
But
ball.
then Anthony, there was one time drove past his man. kicked
hell no.
He was out to Jaden McDaniels.
He was like 7 for 7 from the field yesterday. He was feeling great. But yeah, at one time Rudy Gobert stricken up court and he had like Drew Holiday on his
on
back. And instead of getting him the ball, cross court pass to McDaniels in the corner 3. And I was like, all right, you made
the right play.
But it happens all the time.
Rudy is. That's because you don't know what you're getting.
He can average 20 if you just gave him the
7
ball.
to 7. One time he
He was 1 of 7 the other night. I'm like, oh,
See
okay.
what I'm saying?
Bro tried to put Porzingis on a poster yesterday.
Yeah.
Like
He did.
He went up strong.
I like the
as
one
hell, but
possession when
missed.
he was pressing up like half court.
on Cole Kmet.
Yeah. Luke
No, Luke Kennard. Luke
Luke
Kennard.
Kennard. And I was thirsty to say, yeah, man. He's talking about Cole Kmet. in a whole different sport.
Sports.
But
That is crazy.
Yeah, I'm always one of the person, like, if you got defense and you can hang your head on that, then you always going to give yourself a chance. But Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels, too, I think
Yeah.
him growing on the offensive end is like, it's going to be really nice, especially with him being able to hit the pull-ups. He can hit the 3, and he's already got the size to kind of finish inside. So
We got to give some flowers to Mike Conley too, man.
he's just a
made
winning
some
player.
He
He is a
made
big
some
shot.
big. He ain't
He's
gonna
a
make a
winning
bunch,
player,
but
bro.
he makes the big ones, man. That corner, I mean, not corner, but that wing 3 in transition. I was like, ooh.
At this point in time, that's his game. Like, just pull up 3-point jump shots. That's what he does.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that as long as they going in.
In the 118 minutes that Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert have played together, they have a net rating of 8.39, which is pretty damn good, especially compared to last season. That is really good. And the minutes without Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, they're plus 10. The Rudy with Karl Anthony Towns and no Rudy Gobert, they're plus 10. And the minutes without both of them, they're minus 8. So the pairing is working through the first couple weeks of the season. It might not look at the individual statistics to see Karl Anthony Towns averaging 14 and on bad efficiency, but whatever the numbers are saying that when they're on the court together or when they're on the court by themselves, it's working, which is great.
Is it working enough for you to not hypothetically explore trades?
I'm always listening.
Okay.
I'm
I
always
was
exploring
gonna say,
things.
I think you're
looking at-
listening, but I think right now
I'm
everything's
definitely
just going
looking.
so good. I think you don't want to like.
Is
mess
it?
up.
They were 4-2.
I still think that's good.
That
They off
is
to a
good,
start.
but it's not like these.
two of the wins against the best teams in
It's
basketball.
not like they 6-1 and like
Yeah.
on top of the world. They're good.
Yeah,
They're
I just
good.
think it's also just too soon. At 4-2, you looking good. You got all the momentum.
I'm saying the same thing though.
We're not seeing no crazy trades to December 15th anyway, so I think that's going to give us our real
exactly.
sample
I'm
size.
just throwing a
Yeah.
question out there. I'm not saying make a trade right now.
Right.
At this second, I'm just saying,
I just
if
wonder
this
what
team
teams-
continues to be on a 4-2 type trajectory, which means that they would be, ahead above water,
Yeah.
but they're not at the top of the
I'll
West.
tell you exactly what Cleaning the Glass has like this expected win based on your advanced stats.
I love expected win.
Right now they are
How
sitting.
accurate is cleaning the glass with this?
It's a projection,
yeah,
and it's so early. That
No, I know it's a projection,
Well,
but
you know
I
how it is, and right now, like you can have one really good game, and that jumps you 5 spots, 10 spots,
Yeah.
and
I don't think it ever
offensive
is going to
rating.
be accurate.
Because it changes every day.
Yeah, it's not going
It's
to be accurate
projected.
Yeah.
because right now it's projecting that the Boston Celtics are going to win 72 games this year.
Yeah, it's just a projection.
But right now it has them at the Minnesota Timberwolves based on their advanced stats, 61 win team. Which again, I don't think that's going to be
No.
the case, but
I could see them being like a 50-win team.
I can see that too.
55, around that range, 50-55.
It's expecting
That's
the
a lot of
Washington
wins.
Wizards to win 11 games this year, so
That makes sense.
Yeah.
that one does make sense.
You want to clean the glass right now?
Yes.
Can you go back? Listen, go back, right?
Mhm.
Type in Jordan Poole,
Okay.
on, off, and tell them the expected wins. That should say like 45 or some shit.
With him off?
Negative.
Oh, it's got better though.
Oh, okay.
It's a minus 14.
Okay.
And this stat is how many games would a player win in an 82 game season with this efficiency differential. So if he continues to play the way he is and playing 82 game season, he is bad enough to result in like 14 more losses.
A couple of days ago, that shit said 43 because his differential was they scored 12 more points when he was off the floor.
Mhm.
I mean, no, I'm sorry. They scored 12 less points when he's on the floor, and they gave up 12 more points on defense. So it would combine for like a negative 25 differential.
Jordan Poole effect.
And I'm like, damn, boy,
That's terrible.
they scoring less points and giving up more points on the other end. And then I went to Kuz. I'm like, is this just Jordan Poole? Went to Kuzma, negative 46. And then I went to Bilal. Bilal was like a plus 17. I'm damn, how y'all rookie got y'all expected to win 17 more games when he on the floor?
I'm gonna look and see who's top of the list in the NBA versus bottom.
It's gonna be Jokic.
On that,
It's gonna be Jokic.
on the other
Okay,
side,
cool. Wait, let's play the game real quick, Mike. Can
Yeah.
y'all guess? Let's say the top 5.
Now let me ask you this: is it at? Because cleaning the glass will have some shit up there. Dudes being 100 percentile, like, oh damn, he's shooting the mid range like that. 1 of 1.
what's the
yeah.
category again?
This is the expected win differential.
So Jokic,
Jokic is not in the top 5.
Luka,
Luka's not in the top 5.
Joel
Jason
Embiid.
Tatum.
Neither of those. are in the top 5.
So it's not superstars. Okay.
There's one superstar and one really good all-star.
Jimmy Butler.
No,
Tyrese Halliburton,
no,
Maxey.
no.
Western Conference.
Both of them in Western Conference playing the same city.
Oh, so that's the Los Angeles team.
Oh.
Same
So Anthony
city.
Davis.
Nope.
LeBron.
LeBron is number 2.
Damn.
Who's the other guy in LA?
Paul George.
Paul George.
Okay.
Number 3 also is
Wait,
in
what
LA.
is it though?
69 plus 69 for Paul George plus 66 for LeBron James.
Damn.
The next player is also in LA. He's a plus 66. The guy that you never expect
Russell
his advanced
Russell
stats to look
Westbrook?
good. Nope. Minimum contract, never an advanced stats guy, but here he is playing defense and buying into the Lakers.
Christian Wood.
Christian Wood.
Christian Wood.
Man, I watch every second of Lakers ball. The next guys are OG Anunoby and Alec Burke.
Oh, yeah. Alec Burke is
I wouldn't have got Alec Burks.
What about the opposite?
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Yikes. Minus 66 for this Eastern Conference guard wing. I'm going to
Zach LaVine?
Stopper. At least that's what they said he was going to be for their team. And now we seeing his minutes decline because he's not that.
He's not a.
Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
And their minutes are on a decline.
Yes.
Is it a bad team?
No. They're worse than you anticipated, but you still probably assume that they're going to be in championship contention. Made a big time trade this offseason.
So it's the Bucks or the Celtics.
Malik Beasley.
Malik Beasley's dead last.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could have.
He's never been a stopper.
But
Yeah.
Adrian Griffin said that's our guy.
That's because his ass be looking the part. When you watch the Bucks, Beasley be like guarding like this. He's like, oh shit, look at Malik Beasley getting his stand.
That's just not him.
He had me. I was like, man, I believe the first episode of the season. I think I came in here and was like, man, look like Malik Beasley buying into that. That's good for the team. I'm 100% sure I said that.
Yeah, his minutes are going down and Jay Crowder's minutes are going up. The next worst guys is Cole Anthony.
I've seen that.
Not
Yeah.
advanced stats guy. DeMar DeRozan is third worst in the entire league.
Zach can't be that far behind.
He's
I
not.
looked at both of them.
Wiggins is fourth worst, and then Austin Reeves is fifth worst.
Wow.
Damian Lillard is not very far behind them either, though. So, also Anthony Davis not that far behind them.
Which was surprising to me.
The defense of the Lakers is significantly better without Anthony Davis. It has to be a small sample size shit, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because 2 games ago, there was the same case for Rudy Gobert. And it's like, that doesn't fit. And
It
now
don't.
it has switched. So, small sample size stuff for AD.
Yeah, these
I guess.
games making that shit some of those guys, some guys I had seen, and I feel like they would have been at the top 2 days ago. Like Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma, no way that anybody was topping them 2 days ago.
All it
they
takes
shit
is
was so high.
one really good or really bad shooting game, and it's over with. Or a game where your team loses by 50, which is what happened with the Spurs the other day. I mean, it wasn't 50, but
Look at Vic.
Ooh,
Just out of
Victor
curiosity.
Wembanyama.
Yeah. Last 2 games been rough.
You've been betting on him, huh?
Yep,
I've been watching.
Oh, okay.
I bet on everybody.
He's a plus 19.
that's what's up, Vicky.
It's the defense part. 97 percentile in points per 100 possessions when he's on the court. Come on.
That offense blue.
The offense is blue. The offense is not very great. But that's because they got Jeremy Sohan trying to be the point guard.
Bro, they cannot get him the ball.
Yeah.
But
bro.
that's
Tell
why
you.
he's scary. I was saying on a podcast yesterday, like outside of Wemby and what he can do on the court and all that excitement, what I've been enjoying about all of this is we're watching him develop in real time as a basketball community. Like for example, when Cade Cunningham came into the league, we were excited and we were interested to see how he would look, but not to the point where we had FOMO. Like if the Spurs are playing and you're not watching, you have FOMO that you could be missing out on something. And this is like must-watch TV. This is the most hyped rookie we've ever seen. I was fortunate enough to be into basketball when LeBron came in, and the hype was real then because it's like, damn, this dude is in high school on a cover of Slam magazine.
Yeah.
But there was no social media. And because we have social media now, it's like we all watch it together. And that shit is exciting.
Bro,
to
no,
watch it in
for real,
time.
for real. And somebody tweeted out and they showed on the screen, it's like, this is the rawest version we're probably going to see of
Yes.
Wemby.
Yeah.
And it's just, you can even see, and he didn't shoot the ball well, but man, it's like, he got the rebound, brought it up court, between the legs, pull up, and it's like, how you guard that?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this.
Isaiah Jackson knows how.
You see what you just said?
Yeah.
And how you said it? Imagine
With all the other stuff.
if D'Angelo Russell got that when he first came to the Lakers.
The hype? Wait, what do you mean?
What Mike just said wasn't necessarily about the hype, but it was the patience.
Mm-hmm.
The person said, this is just the first version of it. Like, this is the rawest version.
Oh,
we're
no,
gonna get. It's
yeah,
a level of
100%.
patience and understanding with Vic because he's a 19-year-old. I don't want to say now, he might be 20. He's a young rookie who's just got into the NBA.
That's why I couldn't see no other team like possibly being a better destination than this San Antonio Spurs team with Greg Popovich and everything like that. I was like, that's like a match made in heaven.
The point
Taking this
I'm
guy.
making is I wish a lot more young players and rookies got that type of patience and understanding. It's so much instant gratification with our young players that come in the game that it's like a urgency and a thirst to write them off.
Yeah.
These are our guys who going to carry our league that we all love. Why are we so
100%.
thirsty to say, oh my gosh, Scoot Henderson.
He's a bust.
Oh,
Yeah.
holy shit. And I only said D'Angelo Russell because he's a Laker fan. So I'm sure he was there in D'Angelo Russell's rookie year. And in my opinion, I was a big D'Angelo Russell defender, not because I think he's the greatest shit since sliced bread, but there was a lot to factor in. It was a Kobe farewell tour. They didn't have the best structure. It was a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of dumb shit going on. Byron Scott was not fit to be a coach of two young players, Julius Randle and D'Angelo Russell, getting benched for
That was
making
around
mistakes.
the time Nick Young was damn near our best player.
Yeah, so it's like
Also, everybody's a D'Angelo Russell defender.
I don't get that.
He's easy to guard.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking
man.
off the court shit. I'm like, you was defending him with the young shit. But yeah, it's just like that's the bittersweet part of the big
That's
shit.
why I've been saying, like, a 4-year sample size for Patrick Williams is not a big enough sample size to come to a conclusion. You got to be patient with these young players, and I completely agree.
Well, I disagree with myself on that. Because you know, I think there's been some
It's got to be
patience
show.
with
You got to
that.
have some rooms of improvement.
Yeah, it's been a lot of patience over there. We've been waiting and waiting, and I'm still down to wait. I ain't writing them off. I'm just saying.
He had 10 last night.
I don't have.
And a W.
Hey,
Get him
ain't
W's.
that back-to-back double-digit games?
Yes, it is. He's back.
I'm not saying we can't criticize. I'm just saying we can't write. I'm not
For
writing
sure.
off Patrick.
Yeah,
Williams.
that's the right story to have, because it can get rough, and we see it a lot. I saw a post-game interview with again, this might be a player that fits in the Patrick Williams thing. Actually, it is Killian Hayes.
Yeah.
Killian Hayes, obviously not very good. Yesterday he had like 21 points.
He had really good
very
game.
efficient,
Yeah.
good defense, I would say, on the Warriors. Obviously, the Warriors won because they're just a better team and they were short-handed. But he had a post-game interview that made me like think about, like, man, this is still a kid. Like, I think he might be 21 right now. This is still a kid, and obviously he's not as good as you anticipate was the 7th, 8th overall pick.
Yep,
you
7th,
you
I
want
think.
him to be, but like, he's still a kid at the end of the day with time to become a better player. Now, I think the ship has sailed for him to be the player that you might expect him to be as a top 10 pick. But as far as him being an adequate, good NBA player, there's still a lot of time for that.
So much.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider that his defensive upside is already there.
Yes.
So he has so much defensive upside and so much defensive talent that a guy like Jaden Ivey, who's more polished on the offensive side of the ball, doesn't start because Killian Hayes is a part of a team where now Monty Williams is trying to instill this defensive culture. Monty Williams is willing to give up completely, almost completely on offense with Killian Hayes because his defense is so good. So, like, if we continue to give a little bit amount of time for Killian Hayes to grow as a player, now that might be on different teams because he's coming up for his rookie extension and we don't know if he's going to get paid by Detroit.
Sometimes it's the best recipe.
So we got to get Cam Reddish more time too.
Hey,
I mean,
I'm all for it.
he's breaking the rotation.
Yeah, he's getting more.
He's
time.
starting
He's
it
getting more
still.
minutes.
He's
so.
getting more time.
He
It's
got
just-
players hurt.
It's
True.
just, it's just like I said, there's nothing wrong with being critical. If a player isn't
Yeah, for
doing
sure.
what you projected or you think that they are capable of doing, then criticize, be critical, and now analyze that. But to completely write somebody off who is 21 years old is mind blowing to me. When we've seen everybody loves stats, analytics, and facts, we have the facts that show motherfuckers that came in the league off to rock star status. Never was the same. We've seen players peak as rookies.
they were saying that about Scotty Barnes.
We've seen guys like Scotty Barnes have a rock star rookie year, sophomore slump, bounce back. So now when we see somebody have a sophomore slump, why overreact as a basketball community when we know there's a potential for that to happen? We've seen guys like Malik Monk. I can't tell you shit Malik Monk did in his stint with the Hornets. Can't tell you nothing he did.
Shit, he barely can.
And now he's a 6 man of the year candidate. All 29 teams other than the Kings who have him would love to have him on their team. I can't tell you a team right now that would say, no, we don't want Malik Monk.
Larry marketing.
Larry
marketing.
marketing. Come on, let's keep talking about it. Like,
Blossom into an all-star.
it's just there's no format for this. Everybody's path and development is going to be different. Some guys may need that second team. Some guys may need that third team. Some guys may be lifelong guys and can do it right away. But like, to write guys off, that's just the bittersweet part about the Vic shit is I see everybody being patient. We're taking certain things. We're not, because if you look at his box score numbers, you're like, man, with the hype, this ain't really shit.
Yeah.
But when you're watching, you see the little things of like, whoa. When he is in year 2, year 3, hey, shit, by 65 game, he might be looking great.
Mm-hmm.
If we did that with every rookie, we probably would have a lot of different discourse about certain people, and it wouldn't be so much agenda pushing. You know what I'm saying? You got people, look, I told y'all he wasn't shit. Shouldn't have drafted him at number 2. And then the next year, see where y'all was at that was saying he shouldn't have been drafted. It's just like, it's just back and forth for no reason.
And that's kind of a unique thing in the NBA too, especially when you compare it to the other major sports. Because in baseball, you get drafted, you spend 4 years in the
Most
minors.
patient sport ever.
And then like even in football, let's say you use the first overall pick on a quarterback. There's plenty of times where quarterbacks don't even come in and be week 1 starters. It's like give them a year to learn behind so and so.
Sometimes 2 or 3 years.
And I was
behind Alex Smith.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that like a while ago, because obviously the thing with like the Blazers drafting Scoot, and this is when they said Damian Lillard at the time, and obviously like it's just that rush that, you know, it seems so weird to adopt that football philosophy, like we're gonna have him back up Damian Lillard for the first 3 years, and let him progress and everything. I'm sure he probably turned out still a star and everything like that.
If I'm the
That's
quarterback 3 years, I'm like,
but
hey.
I feel like the
Hey,
time,
brother.
the time span is just so different.
Yeah.
You know, it's such that rush.
I don't think you could really. It's hard. I think it would be very hard to do that in the NBA, where like you have like you draft Cade Cunningham and then have him back up a vet for a few years. It kind of really wouldn't work because Cade really wouldn't develop that well. I think in the NFL it works better because like QBs is more of a visual game. Like you could sit there and watch and learn, watch film and do all that.
You still got to get out there, though.
Yeah, you got to get out.
You still got to get out there.
But once you get out there, you like, oh, that defense. This is how I make that read. Where on the court is like,
yeah, the NBA is unique.
It's
in a sense that the best you can get is from actually playing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no amount of film that's going to put you in that situation. It was something that JJ Redick talked about on his last episode of the podcast with the Dunker Spot, where they were asking specifically about like Jay Nivey, where Jay Nivey was drafted to be the running mate for Cade Cunningham, and obviously he's not that right now because Monty Williams wants to do the defense stuff. And I don't remember if it was Steve Smith or Nekias Duncan asked JJ, like, have you experienced this? And JJ was basically saying,
we need to do a case study. How many people in the world are named Steve Smith? But I'm sorry.
My fault, Steve Smith Jr. So this guy's different.
Steve Smith Jr. Who?
Steve Smith Jr. from Dunker Spot.
Is that Smitty's son?
You asking too many questions.
You know the actual Steve Smith.
You talking about the receiver?
No. That's why I'm saying
It's not me, Steve Smith.
that's what I'm saying. Steve Smith. You got Steve Smith who played in the NFL for the Panthers. You got Steve Smith who played for the Hawks, the Spurs.
Oh
the
no.
State.
No, he's not that.
Okay.
At least I don't think so because I think he's older than us. So that the timeline.
Well, Steve Smith is.
Let me get back to the point.
Please do.
What JJ was expressing that like his years with Stan Van Gundy, where he had to start to internalize defense and stuff.
With the Magic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the best way he could do that was on court.
Yeah.
But he wasn't given the opportunity to do it on court because he wasn't doing well in like the film sessions and stuff. So it was very interesting to see hear a first person perspective of that like the best opportunity you can get is actually on the court, no matter how hard you practice, no matter how much film you watch. Being in those real world scenarios is the way you progress more as a player, because obviously there's still value in the other stuff.
I think it depends on who the player is and what their expectation is too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there's no mistake that a lot of guys that Darrick is hinting, or I think it's Mike, that Mike is hinting at, where you have to sit behind some, like, for example, Anthony Edwards was drafted, thrown in the fire.
Right.
Jaden McDaniels is not thrown in the fire. Jaden McDaniels has to sit behind somebody, wait patiently, get a little bit of minutes, take what he can do. And then I think a lot of times in basketball, guys like Jaden McDaniels, they end up being so good because they have to focus on something that can get them those minutes.
Yeah.
So in turn, Jaden McDaniels, who has always been an offensive player with defensive tools, has then switched his philosophy of saying, let me lock in defensively.
Because that's how I get PT.
That's how I get my minutes. And now when you have those, you become a two-way wing superstar. I don't want to say superstar, but two-way wing.
He's a three level two-way defender.
You want to know who actually capitalized on that a lot? Jimmy Butler.
I knew he was about to say Jimmy Butler is the
Jimmy Butler
perfect
was like a
example.
prime example. He did not get a
literally.
lot of
Jimmy
minutes.
Butler went from trying to get a putback dunk to crashing offensive glass every day to that man was putting up 20-something points.
Jimmy, Draymond. Draymond wasn't an instant starter, thrown into the fire.
But the thing that
Coulibaly, I think, is going to. I'm so high on him because he's not being thrown into the fire.
he also's not playing behind anybody of like super value, which scares me a little bit. But I think the thing that those guys have in common is that they're not highly touted.
Yeah.
Right, where they came into the league as like Jimmy 30th overall pick,
like get
Jaden
it out the
McDaniels
mud.
20-something overall pick. There was no additional pressure when a franchise is using the 1st to 5th overall pick on you. There's a ton of pressure from the franchise to say, "Hey, we got the right guy,
Exactly.
so we got to throw him on the court." And not most of the times, a good amount of times that doesn't necessarily work. The times that we have seen of somebody getting drafted really high but playing behind and
LaMelo.
trying to figure it out. Oh no, I'm thinking about the guy drafted before LaMelo, James Wiseman.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, he don't know our system, but give him a year or so, he's gonna learn it and he'll be perfect for what we're trying to do.
And I think that was a mistake because he is a guy who should have been thrown in there instantly because he was so high.
I also think he was drafted to the. Look in hindsight, it seems like he was drafted to the wrong team.
He was. I need a footstool.
He kind of just don't fit with it. He didn't fit what they wanted to do.
No,
he doesn't look good in Detroit either.
Yeah, he doesn't fit what Detroit's trying to do either.
But that's why he should have been thrown in because basketball, like other sports, is it's about confidence.
Yeah.
So when you're drafted that high and you ain't playing, you ain't starting, it don't look good. It just don't.
I remember.
Don't look like
I
you
know.
just said. You said it worries you that Bilal he's not starting. He playing behind nobody. That already is just like, oh man, he got to be on some weak shit. It just don't look right. So it's like, and it can't feel right as a young player, especially when you got peers. Bilal, imagine how Jarris Walker feel. They all killing. I got to only get my minutes when we blowing out. They just blew somebody out. Had the Spurs and Jarris Walker played like 8 minutes, even in that. So it could be it's super hard for young players because if you get thrown into the fire, you have to learn as you go. You have to be competent because if you get too bad, like Scoot, now that's the talk of the town. You know what I'm saying? But then you also have to figure out also the other shit in the locker room.
Yeah.
You got guys like when RJ first came to the New York Knicks, they was kind of like icing him because it's like, watch out, young buck. I gotta get this. I gotta get this money. Marcus Morris like, I gotta get my next contract.
I remember it was a totally different perspective for like Aaron Gordon now to when he was on the Magic, and we were kind of looking at him to like, can he be that go-to guy for them or just be at least a legit real scorer for them? And it just never really happened. But he kind of found his way where he's just like this defensive tool guy and really good glue guy for the Nuggets. And it's just like, wow, now like we can see the value of him as a player versus like just kind of projecting to what he should be doing.
And that value was always there. But because he was 4 on his team, picked 4th on this team that didn't have nobody, it's like, fuck the value. He ain't doing this.
Yeah.
That's also the tough thing, too, of like, if we accept who players are, it would be a much different conversation.
I remember KCP. He came into the league as like a shooter, like he was trying to get him to shot create. Yeah, trying to doing
he was
all
the player
that.
of the year in the SEC.
Bought into that defensive role and ain't look back.
Yeah.
With the
Now he's
gotta make that money.
shooting
I think it was-
mid-range jumpers.
KCP was picked 5th or 7th.
Bro,
Yeah, the
when,
Pistons.
He was up
when
there.
he first came to the Pistons, I thought he was gonna be that dude.
Me too.
Like just shoot.
Yeah.
I kind of recognized him more as like a shooting the ball. I didn't really see him as like no crazy scorer, but I didn't see him in
He could
college.
score the basketball.
But no, he was a crazy guy.
You do not get picked that high for being a fucking shooter.
Shooter.
Name me a shooter that was top 10.
Doug McDermott,
Yeah.
He was not top 10.
7.
Yeah, the Bulls drafted.
Y'all want to let's put $1,000.
11th. He was 11th.
Put
He was 11th.
$1,000.
He was 11th.
$1,000.
He was 11th.
Doug McDermott was not top 10.
He was 11th.
Okay.
I believe he was 13th. He got traded for Gary Harris.
I thought Gary Harris was 13th, and 15th is Yusuf Nurkic, and that's what we traded away.
Let's find out.
Okay,
But
there you go.
but you saying he not top 10.
He already got
right?
it.
He's not. Is he top 10?
No, he's not.
Okay. What is he? 11?
11, and then
Traded for
Gary
Gary Harris
Harris
at what?
was 13. Oh, okay, I think Gary Harris was 13 and Yusuf Nurkic was 15. So we packaged that to get up to
Woo! I was
Doug
mad at that.
McDermott.
Doug McDermott, shout out to you, but I love Gary
I'm
Harris.
just
at
so
Michigan
used to the
State.
Bulls being 7th that I just automatically 19th.
18.
Damn. Okay.
It was a good year.
That was the year I had surgery on my shoulder, and I was tweeting about the draft while high on opioids.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a shooter that went top 10. I mean, I guess if you want to classify
Nick
Steph,
Stauskas or some shit.
Nick Stauskas was,
9th, I think.
I think he was too. I got one. Same team.
It's a Jimmer. The Kings just didn't know what the fuck they was
minus
doing.
the Kings. Give me shooters that were drafted.
Remember being top
maybe
10.
far back in the day, shooters was drafted. But I like in recent memory, I can't remember somebody being like, "Man, Chase Budinger, 7th overall pick. He could shoot the shit. Kyle Korver, we're taking him 5th. Guys, lights out. Sniper game.
Future NBA All-Star.
Um,
Kyle Korver. Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield was a scorer at Oklahoma. He was a scorer. I said
He was a scorer though.
yeah, he was a scorer. That's why you.
He was
over
also
there, 'cause you don't know how to-
24 years old when he got drafted or some crazy
They just
shit.
didn't ask him.
They didn't ask him what his age was. He was just like,
Bro, they
It's
had
just so-
they were showing his crib because I guess he had held a practice at the like the Pacers was there.
Yeah.
He had a nice ass crib,
Aaron
bro.
Gordon.
that's what happened. That's what happened.
They got these. See,
We here so early that the
Tornado siren is going off.
I tweeted about this. When you're filming a podcast or any type of content, everybody around decides they want to do
bro,
their
I
job.
had so my lawn people comes on Thursdays.
Somebody tweeted. Chase Hoops tweeted me this.
Thursdays.
Tweeted me.
It was one day they came on a fucking like a Monday morning.
Yeah,
and that's
what
like a
happened to me
big
yesterday.
film day. I'm like, bro, what is happening? Why are y'all here? And why do you not give me a warning or whatever?
Chase Hoops commented and said, "Yeah, Kenny be in his videos like, excuse me, that's my ignore the because that happened to me. The landscaping crew was right by the recording window, and it was like they just this spot. They just was like obsessed with
Bro,
it.
it was,
They needed
I
to
was
make sure that
streaming.
spot
I was
perfect.
streaming.
It was
and
I would stop and I'd be like, okay, they done.
They
They'd be
just
like,
changed. They
nope.
just changed like all the smoke detectors and heat alarms or whatever.
went off.
Bro, they was like 10 o'clock and I was streaming. It went out for like 30 minutes straight. I had to end the stream, bro.
I was streaming and it went off.
Oh man.
It didn't go for 30 minutes, but it went off, and I'm like, bro, because the alarm system is connected to the entire.
Everybody seeing what's going on.
So it's like these people, the people upstairs from me, they're the ones that always make it go off, and I'm like, bro, if you can't cook, stop it, or if you can't put something in the oven without paying attention, stop. But
They
like
better put that
the
little.
next time y'all do it, I may have to come up there.
Or just get the broom.
Oh yeah, fact.
I ain't coming up there no aggressive shit. Like I'm about like.
Just tell them put the fan in the window or put the fan by the smoke and open up the window.
It's just like the like, yo, you okay? Y'all guys are good.
You good?
Because I'll just be like,
Yeah, this pot roast, I forgot about
one
it.
time I smelled burning, so I'm just like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
shit.
Have y'all ever left outside after hearing like a smoke alarm go off?
Go outside,
Like in the building? Yeah.
No.
like go outside my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the very first time. My thing is annoying.
Mhm.
It's not like a. And when I lived with my mom, that smoke detector was just like obviously it's annoying, but the one that I have in my house,
Mhm.
it seems like it's programmed to like bug you. Like I get like certain sensory things when they go off. So the very first time, yeah, I left my house and I went out in the street.
When I lived in a
Did you
place,
see anybody else go out?
I seen the people who set it off on their balcony, and that sounds like, oh, it's upstairs. Huh?
when I lived in a plex, I didn't because kids
People
just be
would-
pulling the alarm. Like you never know what's serious and what's
Oh,
not.
you asked if you go outside because you think it's something burning.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I went outside because it was annoying the hell out of me, but not because something.
That's
burned.
such a like
Y'all remember the plex when the roof went off?
that's some Usopp
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
The roof went off. Yeah, dude
The
said he,
roof went off?
Yeah,
Somebody
on
someone
fire.
came off of the. Yeah.
he said
Was it on fire or something?
No,
No,
it
it
just
just
flew
came off.
I
Dude
think
said
that
he
was the building. Was that right next to me? Was that like by the school?
no, that one.
No, I think it was by my building.
Oh.
It was near Building 9.
Yes, it was across.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was in building 9.
Yeah.
You was on the other side.
Wait, there was
He
there
moved.
was a
He moved.
storm and the roof came off, or it's just one day randomly?
Like
Did it collapse?
it was random, but it was strong wind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is still not excusable.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The dude said he was cooking, and you just look up and see the sky. He saw the
That's
clouds.
some movie shit.
He was on the news and shit. He was talking like, yeah, I was just cooking noodles. And
Oh man.
I was thinking noodle.
All right, y'all. I want to get
I would have
into
needed so much money for that.
buy or sell. I'm going to tell you some things about the NBA season. You tell me if you're buying or selling this statement and why. Even though they lost yesterday, the Celtics are the best team in the NBA. Buy or sell?
I'm buying it. They're just too deep of a team. And Darrick White's been out for 2 games, and they still look really good.
Do you know why he's out?
Personal.
Wife just had another baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Only
a-
time.
I just saw it's personal. I
Only
didn't really
time
look
he's
into
missed
it.
games been with his kids
Yep.
being born.
Birth of his first child during the Eastern Conference Finals, and then now. So congratulations to the White family.
I'm still buying in.
Out of context, it's kind of crazy.
They black, but they white.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm still buying in.
Okay.
I don't completely agree with that too deep part. I feel like they have their starters basically, and after that is Al Horford,
Yeah.
Peyton Pritchard.
Was
after
Lamar Stevens getting minutes yesterday?
I have no clue.
Okay.
But
I was hoping somebody was like
their
watching.
bench is
and thought the
averaging
same
like
thing.
10 to 15
All I
points a
saw was
game,
him on the
bro.
bench.
So I don't know. But
It
if their
was
starters
crazy
are going to
that-
put up all them points, then hell yeah, I'm
It was
buying
crazy
it.
that Porzingis didn't touch the ball for like 2 quarters.
Yes,
They were missing
that was
Derrick White, though. That was big.
He was literally just stretching the floor.
I'm gonna disagree.
Mm.
He played 4 minutes, but Nuggets.
Still
Nuggets
believe
are-
in the Nuggets.
Nuggets are the best team in the NBA to me.
I like that. I like that.
I ain't mad
Can
at
the
it.
Celtics get there? Yeah. But as of right now,
Mhm.
they have to do something. They have to like make up ground on this.
Nuggets was one of my, I don't know if you probably have them on your list, but Nuggets was one of my teams that's like, I believe in their ability to repeat. You know, that's how good they are. Jokic, I know Jamal Murray went down towards the end of the game last time, and KB was like, this is the time to get the champs. No. Jokic is going to carry them boys. He's still, I think, the best player in the world.
35-point triple-double.
Who was it? Connor Gillespie was getting minutes
Yeah,
yesterday
he
and
was.
getting buckets. I'm like,
So
oh,
I'm like,
man.
yeah.
Our guy Julian Strother too.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, 21.
21.
Yeah.
Can you do something for me?
Also, our other guy, Jake Hawk, had a
Yeah.
had his
Oh,
first
man.
30-point
For
game.
sure.
And I mentioned him on my podcast before last night because I was just saying again, the same type of mindset with Wemby. If you just watch Jordan Hawkins, fuck the box score. He is shooting it with green light, like just stepping in, which is a role that's needed. And people don't understand how hard of a job that is to just shoot that motherfucker.
Especially with the Pelicans, where him and Matt Ryan are the only shooters
Yes.
on the whole team right now.
It's like, shoot, you see, like, he had a game where he shot 13 threes.
Yeah.
And, I was
And he's
like,
bought in
that's
defensively too, which is cool because scouting reports were talking about how he translates to the defensive physicality as a defender, and he's there.
I meant to hit you up. That's why it was hard to put the Pelicans. You see, CJ got a collapse lung.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram already missed 3 games, I think. Like,
But Z's healthy.
he is.
He might not be moving like we wanted to. Yesterday he almost had a triple-double, 0 turnovers though. And they lost, but
He was going. Who did they play against?
the Nuggets last night.
He was
Or
going.
you talking about
up
a different game?
No, I was talking about last night. He was
Oh.
going up swiftly.
Yeah. He still looks a little bit.
He don't move.
Playing
but like
himself
the
into shape.
athleticism, though, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
His big ass is just.
It makes no sense.
I know it's Zion, so
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Like I'm just so surprised that I just discovered who he is, but it's still kind of eye catching. Cause it's like dunking is one thing, but like the layup, he just
He be big.
quickly.
Yeah,
just,
he be big
I'm
as
like,
hell.
whoa, you
Yeah.
can't even block it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can really
Like
do.
he was playing against Chet like last week.
Yes,
and
he
it
was.
just- it was
Yeah.
nothing.
Watch out, little boy.
That's why I'm
Next
excited
one.
to see him go against Vic.
You heard what he said? Did you see? It's like a little clip that dissect what they say.
Yeah.
Did you
No,
see
I
what he
didn't
said
see
and
it.
shit? He dunked on say eat a steak, boy.
Whoa.
He for real said
No.
Oh, bro. There have been a lot of those
Ask
videos.
about me, I
popping
got
up.
the meats.
There's been a lot of those clips though of people like
Yes.
getting the audio from the
Yes.
court and stuff.
LeBron, they had LeBron. LeBron like guard him. You have to guard. He was talking to Austin Reeves. He's like, you have to guard. He was talking. Austin Reeves was guard Russell Westbrook, and Russell Westbrook blew her. Like, you have to guard him. Come on, man.
Austin Reeves back-to-back good games though.
Almost had a triple
still
double.
low.
Almost.
Still lost, but
What did he do the game before that?
I think
He
another
had a
20-point
big fourth
game.
quarter.
Okay.
I think I remember.
Because I
Yeah.
sure been waiting. Sure been waiting. His ass been playing like he. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Or maybe that was a game that he won against the Magic that he had that big fourth quarter.
I was.
He's been playing a little bit better.
I was
He has.
vouching.
He's also just what, a $15 million a year player. He shouldn't have no expectations. That's basically the mid-level exception.
Got him on a bargain.
That's why. Rob Pelinka knew.
The next one I have is buy or sell. Joel Embiid, back-to-back MVPs, 32.5 points per game, 11 rebounds, and the best playmaking of his career, 6 assists per game. Buy or sell it.
I think I might have to swipe my card on that one. He is playing out of his mind, man. I like this version better than last year.
Same. Same. The passing, bro. The passing has hit a whole new level.
So what?
He had like 6 blocks in the game too.
So it
ain't been there yet.
Jokic is getting all this love for his passing. Let me add that.
But I also think that
No James Harden.
no James Harden. Nick Nurse has him playing as a hub. Where like a lot of times
New
he get the
coaching.
ball, his focus is I'm gonna score because nobody can stop me.
Yeah.
Now he's getting the ball, he's seeing a double team, making the right pass, they making a one more pass. It's like it's beautiful basketball being played in
That's
Philly
why
right
teams who have players like that have to buy into that. That's why I was so frustrated, and it seems like they're turning the page. Houston, they are on a 3-game winning streak. Granted, they beat the Hornets and
The Kings twice, yeah.
De'Aaron Fox less Kings twice.
But Şengün was dominating
Yes.
Domantas Sabonis.
Yes,
Like that's
when
crazy
you
to
play
say.
through Şengün, everything looks better. Oh my gosh, Jabari can score efficiently. Look at Jalen Green, he's hooping. Fred VanVleet is making 3. Like play through the guy. He don't have to be the best player to where he's shooting 28 shots a game, but give him the ball, dribble handoff, fake cut, boom, all of that shit just opens up everything. Dylan Brooks is fucking killing. Had a couple.
Dylan
games.
Brooks is having a very good season.
Yeah.
No, real shit. In the half court, not to the extent, but like he does very similar things to Jokic,
He's
where
baby
he's gonna
Jokic.
Yeah.
he's gonna play off those like dribble handoffs to screens, and he just makes the better.
Eric
plays.
Bledsoe nickname used to be like Baby Bron.
Baby
I love
Bron.
Baby LeBron.
Yep.
He is Baby Jokic.
Baby Bron for a man.
I mean, I know
6
you.
years younger.
I know
It's
you would
crazy.
wish. I know you would wish that Şengün was like literally like a guard, because I think that's the reference with Bledsoe, is that he was literally like a
The
baby
guard version, yeah.
But that's baby Jokic, right? I'm same age as fucking Jabari Parker. They talking about baby Jabari. Like, man, stop playing with me,
Bro,
baby Bron.
Let me see. Eric Bledsoe right now is 33. LeBron is what, 37?
Yeah.
So he's 4 years younger than LeBron. They talking about that's baby bro.
Is Bledsoe overseas?
Nah.
Bledsoe probably chilling. Bledsoe got bread. That's the funny thing about the NBA shit. It's
He
like,
plays. Can't make this shit up.
oh my god.
Is it gonna be the Shanghai Sharks?
Good call, D Bills. Good call. Good
Oh,
fucking
man.
call, D Bills.
I was just
Holy
wondering
shit.
if he kept it going or did he just start chilling?
He is younger than I expected.
Yeah. I wonder, are they in
He
season?
doing decent?
I'm about to see if they're in season right now.
Please,
You know who I
please.
was just thinking? I was like, who looks older than what he was?
Who? Kevon Looney.
No, Tristan Thompson. I was like, oh, the cat.
Oh yeah, he's
cat-
young as hell.
He's I look back at his age. I was like, he only 32, 33. I'm
Guys,
like, oh snap.
I don't know if
For a
he's
dude that took
injured.
like a little break.
He did not play tonight. But guess who did? Noah Vonleh had a
Oh,
double
wow.
today for the
Noah
Shanghai
Vonleh over
Sharks.
there.
I know he'd be over that killer, because he have every once in a while a good NBA.
11 and 10.
11 and 10.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know who was killing though?
Mike James in the Euro.
Yogi Ferrell.
Oh,
Hey.
Yogi-
Shout out
I
to
ain't
Yogi.
heard that
Hey,
name in so
Yogi
long.
Ferrell fan.
shout out to Yogi Ferrell fan. He be in our Twitch streams.
It's a dude named Yogi Ferrell fan.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They be on his ass too, because they be talking
Remember
about where
Aaron
Yogi
Baines
at.
fan club?
Yes, he
Yes.
still exists.
What is his name?
Aaron
It's the
Baines.
same.
Aaron Baines is
Boy,
like,
you got to switch that shit up.
His tweets are just saying like free Aaron Baines. Like that's I don't even know where's
Motherfucker-
Aaron Baines at right
Motherfucker was a jugger. He had a hoodie little thing. You had the hoodie.
Yeah.
You got to make your shit Drew Eubanks fan club, boy.
There's a lot of former NBA players in the Chinese league right now. Like Ed Davis is playing.
Oh, I know
over
he's
there right now.
rebounding the hell out of the ball over there.
Who else? The Flying Leopards. They got some really cool names. Flying Leopards have Eric Moreland. Y'all remember that name?
Yes,
No.
he used to play for the Kings.
Eric Moreland is over there. I know some of these leagues have like rules where you can only have this many amount of.
Yeah, because they just we would just start our own team. Hey, John Wall, Bledsoe, Boogie. Let's just run the Kentucky Wildcats over there.
Right. Darrick Walton Jr. is playing over there as well.
He
He
was
was some hoopers.
he used to be on 2K just annoying me.
Grant Riller, Jakar Sampson.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Felder.
Grant Riller probably hooping.
Yeah, Grant Riller.
He's
over there
probably
going
hooping over there.
crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of former hoopers over there. Oh no, bro, Jared Sullinger is over there right
what?
now. What? Jared Sullinger.
What
Jared
a name.
Sullinger's career was a lot shorter than I think he played like 6 years in the NBA.
For the
it felt like he
Celtics.
was there for a lot longer than 6 years.
Ohio, like a Ohio State. They love him in Ohio State. Smalls probably got a Jared Sullinger jersey. Jared Sullinger kind of plays like Darrick.
He do.
Get ready to learn Chinese,
Shooting-
buddy.
Shooting jump
They was telling that
shots.
thing to Dylan Brooks, and that boy came up 80 M's.
Yeah, 80 M's and shooting 60, 90 right now, like for no reason. Marshawn Brooks and Trent Waters are playing over there. So okay, I'm gonna go to the worst
Marshawn
team.
Brooks definitely going cool.
The worst team.
Easily 30.
The worst team has Hasheem to beat.
Okay.
They're winless. They're 0-6.
We should have been more patient with him.
No,
Bro,
the Thunder,
I'm joking.
the Thunder got to be one of the most
The Grizzlies
foul
drafted him.
teams.
Grizzlies
for that.
The
drafted him.
Grizzlies drafted him.
Oh.
Second.
But this is the thing. Do y'all know the story behind that?
No.
That they were in the war room not knowing who to draft, so they just took them. Like that. Like I swear to you, there's a whole article. It might have been on ESPN that I read years and years and years ago, where they
That 2K
literally
ass
did
shit.
not know.
There's no way as a front office y'all weren't prepared for the draft.
They did not know they're in the war room. Like fuck, it's our pick. Well, the number one guy is gone. Who's in the number one in that draft class?
Let's go look.
Is that
It's a
Damn, whose draft class is that? I don't remember.
but
But
36 years old now.
he's 36.
36.
Damn. Sheesh. So good for him. He ended up playing basketball for a long
Yeah, because
time.
he wasn't. That's because that's back in the day. He wasn't a one and done guy.
Oh yeah, true.
This is a 2009 NBA draft. Can y'all think of anybody that was?
2009 is a really good draft, right?
Yeah.
Is that Steph Curry and DeMar DeRozan?
Johnny
Yeah.
Flynn, no.
So is that Blake Griffin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who went after her? Who could
OJ Mayo?
No.
No.
This dude's still in the league.
What team?
I can't tell you.
Eric Gordon?
No.
What team? Still in the league. 2009.
This dude's still in the league.
Still in the league.
Boy, if the Grizzlies would have got him, oh my god.
Kevin Love?
No. Close.
Kevin Love 4th or 5th or something? Or is this not the right draft class?
Not the right draft class.
God damn it. Who was drafted 2009 3rd overall pick? And
You
currently
saying you saying Kevin Love? Lets me know something. Kevin Love was like the next year, but he was picked around the same part, if I'm not mistaken.
right.
The same area. This dude was picked 3rd after her.
What conference? he in?
Pekovic.
I can what?
Oh.
You need your ass.
Oh, is it Russ?
No, you're getting even closer.
I'm getting closer.
Russ is the next draft for Kevin Love, but you're thinking of the right area of where players are picked. This dude was a 3rd pick. He played in the same conference as them in college. He's like, he's that same era of when they were all good.
What the?
When y'all hit, this dude's an MVP.
Oh, James Harden.
James Harden.
Oh my God.
James Harden, man.
Oh my God. Yeah.
James Harden. You have,
Yeah.
man.
I forgot James was 3. For some reason, I was thinking James was 4, but I also didn't.
How many
return
years
the
of college did James Harden play?
2.
Look at you.
That was a guess.
last- He was like, it's a little too back in the day for one and done, but he was good, so it must be 2 years. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that draft class is stacked. Steph Curry, DeMar DeRozan, Blake Griffin.
Tyreek Evans, Ricky Rubio,
Man.
Johnny Flynn.
Can
Jordan
y'all
Hill,
guess
Drew Holiday?
Hasheem the Beat's highest PPG?
Like 2.9.
3.
4.
2.4.
Yeah, I knew it was something crazy low like that. Makes no sense.
Bro, he averaged 1 point for his career.
But listen though, 2-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year, Big East co-player of the year, consistent second team All American, like
His career high in a single game. Guess that for me.
11.
9.
Sorry, what was the question?
13.
Oh.
Second
Double digits,
overall
though.
pick, 13. And it's not even like, oh, he had a major knee injury year 1 and then he never played. No.
He played 68 games that first year, I think.
Yes.
I just looked.
How many? This is why he got drafted so high. His last year at UConn, he averaged 13.5 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 blocks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That was also back when people cared about big men. So, my next buy or sell. Wait, he said he might be buying on Embiid. Did y'all have an answer on Embiid as a back-to-back MVP?
I'm going to sell on it. I think he's having an amazing year. I feel like people are going they going to kind of reject it because they kind of salty from last year, how they gave it to him and he didn't end well in the playoffs. I don't think they want that again from his track record, so I don't think so.
It's not bad. Not
mean,
bad analysis.
I thought about that too, but they just so good right now,
Yeah.
and he playing so well.
If he continues to play like this, yeah, I'll buy it.
They 6-1 as well. They right up there with the
They're right there.
Celtics.
Right there. Next one. Buy or sell Victor Wembanyama as the first rookie to make an All-Star game since 2011, Blake Griffin.
You know what's funny? if it's like on the cuffs of him making it or not, I think they're gonna put him in there. Watchability. They get to also get the overseas ratings. I think, and his play is there. Like you have an argument for him to be an all-star. Especially if the Spurs are like somewhat decent of a team. So yeah, I'm gonna probably buy it.
No,
I would probably, I'm selling it for this first year. I think it'd be damn close in terms of like the way he's playing. I just don't think he's gonna be the other people that are gonna be all stars. You're gonna see they're clearly like deserving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like it's a stretch trying to get Vic in there right now.
Exactly.
Unless he really starts going crazy, then maybe. But as of right now, I still think he's still rookie of the year. It's just he's having a good solid year.
basically everything Mike said. I'm selling it because in comparison for consideration of him being a rookie and the hype and all of that, and so certain things that you're taking away, it's exciting. But like I said, when you talk about the numbers and everything, you start comparing it to other people, they're going to be more deserving from a statistical standpoint. So
he's gonna be there for a decade
straight.
Really
Get
probably,
you into the
so
league, man.
he'll be
Really,
all right.
unless he just flip the
you-
switch and he averaging 23 and 11.
The next one,
Or was it Kobe in his like last year when he got in still?
him, Dwayne Wade, and
Dirk.
Dirk. We were there for the last Dirk.
That ain't
and
hype though.
Dwayne
That's
Wade.
cachet.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
also for that 1 year. Remember, they had the one dedicated spot for the retiring veteran.
Yep. That was Dirk and Wade.
Yeah.
Vince Carter. Did they do that for Vince?
Yeah, the Vince
Kobe
did.
Kobe made a couple when he was completely just injured. Like
Yeah.
That's because of the fan vote.
yeah, just that guy.
He that dude.
Are y'all buying or selling Draymond Green, the shooter?
Yeah, his threes.
He's shooting 42% from three on like 2.5 attempts so far. He's had multiple games with multiple made
Yes.
threes. Are you buying him his 3-point shot coming
No.
back after 7 years?
I know. He took 1 3. He been making them 1 3 yesterday. Hit all backboard straight line drive. I'm like, no. I
I'm
think
selling it.
Yeah, from just what's been going on, like for the how we known the Warriors these last couple of years, he's probably the one person I want shooting the ball versus Steph, Clay, whoever it else is. Draymond, you can have that shot.
Yeah, and just his body of work he shows that sometimes he goes through these hot streaks where he is making a shot and then he comes back to earth and then he's not taking them at all. So that's just the reality of it.
I agree with these fine gentlemen.
Okay. Are you buying or selling Scotty Barnes as the most improved player?
I'm
Selling
buying it.
Tyrese Maxey is the most improved. So I'm selling it.
It's gonna be close.
What's
They're
the
both right
jump
there.
looking like right now?
I will give you the exact stats.
I know
Because-
on court wise, I'm loving his ability to put the ball on the floor. Like
I
he's
l-
putting the ball on the floor at a rate like he's even like creating his own.
I
shots.
love him shooting the ball.
Yeah, no,
bro.
that's what he's doing.
Shooting
Like,
the ball is
he's
the best
shooting it,
part.
But he's also shooting off the dribble too.
Yeah.
And it's like
So he's
Damn.
increased his points per game by 7, his blocks by 1, his rebounds by 1, his assists by 3.5, and his 3-point percentage as of right now, because Scotty does go through these streaks where he can really, really shoot, it's up by 20%.
Yeah, he's shooting lights out with the ball.
his jump shot even looks better. Like the form.
He looked more confident.
Yeah.
Like before, it just seems like he was really hesitating. People would just kind of stand in the lane on it, but now he's taking them. He will take pull-ups.
You know, he's playing like
The
this is
three-
my,
the
he's
three
playing
that
like
he
it's my
hit-
team.
The 3 that they hit to who did they tie it up
The
against?
Spurs.
The Spurs.
Yeah.
He hit
Oh, yeah.
right in their face.
That
Like,
whole
was-
fourth quarter for him was crazy.
Yeah, facts.
Mhm.
He took over the game.
Took over the game.
Maxey has jumped 5 points. He's jumped 4 assists. He's shooting 90% from the free throw line. He's shooting 44% from 3, which is like a 10% boost. And he's shooting 50. He's 50, 40, 90 right now. And he's giving you 25, 7 a night with only 1.2 turnovers.
Yeah,
The
this
turnover numbers is the
Yeah.
beautiful part about Tyrese Maxey's game right now.
And they're winning.
And they're
I was
winning.
gonna say, the winning part is probably crucial.
And he just the storyline is him replacing the reins of
James Harden.
former MVP James Harden.
It's going to be a good race based
Oh,
on the
no.
first 2
Yeah,
weeks.
them two, they really putting on a.
Because I think
great
it's even
argument.
more than those two, because my next guy, Cam Thomas.
Oh,
Are you buying or selling him as a 28-point per game guy?
And
it's hard to go against it because when he gets minutes, he consistently puts up these numbers.
28 points per game, no. But I damn sure think he could, especially if he's given the minutes consistency, he could average over 20 for this team for sure.
Yeah, because if you look at it, like down the stretch of games, they just give him the ball.
I'm buying
late in the shot
25.
clock, they give him the ball.
25
I'm
points per
buying
game guy.
25. I'm buying 25. As
I
long
put-
as he plays.
Yeah,
I'm going to give it 23.
23. Okay.
25 is rich, but I mean, we're getting close to 10 games.
Because if we talk about most improved, he's jumped up his points per game by 17. So,
but the way he's scoring the ball, it's not like he's just getting hot from three. Like he's doing it everywhere.
if anything, his 3-point shot's not falling. This year.
look at
It's
his shot
just-
chart.
It's just
It's midi.
And he gets to the free throw line too.
He makes
6.5
tough shots.
attempts per-
That's why I'm
they
a
were
believer.
doubling him.
That's why I'm
they
a
were
believer.
doubling him.
He make I've seen him do it everywhere. He did it in
Yeah.
high school. He did it in college. He did it in spurts in his NBA career. Now he's doing it on a consistent level.
Come on, man. Look at that man number on his back.
Everything.
That man is a bucket.
Everything tells
bucket.
us that he is a scorer.
Yeah.
The Nets just act like it just wasn't sustainable. Some people are who they are, man. It just is what it is. He's a bucket.
Me and Darrick talked about this yesterday. What do you pay him? On what scale do you pay Cam? Because he's coming up for his money.
I'm trading Mikal Bridges and I'm building around him. I'm just playing. Look at Mike face.
I feel like it's got to be.
I'm
If he
paying him
keeps it
Austin
up like
Reeves
this,
money.
it's got to be over.
Austin Reeves mony.
I'm paying him Austin Reeves money, man.
To give you
If
25 a night.
if he do this shit the whole year, I'm paying him Austin Reeves money and I'm happy about it.
Is he if his agent are they like, bro, I just averaged 20. Let's say right now he's averaging 28. Let's say he drops to 24. Austin Reeves money? Austin Reeves got like even all for Austin Reeves is like, damn, that's not even month.
But you hope that they take it. Now, if they don't, then yeah, we pay a little bit
'Cause-
more.
What's the like mid-level exception again, or like what's,
Right now it's like 10, 11, 12 million.
Austin
I'm
Reeves
probably
is
looking.
15?
Yeah.
I'm probably looking around like 15 to 18.
No, you start at 15.
Start
if
at
they say that
15.
ain't enough, then you be like, okay.
Somebody gonna pay him some money. Though.
I think he's one of the hardest rookie extension guys that's gonna come up. Cause it's like
No, I don't think so because if he KB,
Mhm.
if he do this the whole year, it's not hard. Now, if he start off the first half of the season doing this, and then the second half, it's a complete drop off. The last 25 games, he's averaging 16 points, and it look ugly, and then it's gonna get hard.
Yep.
But if he do this the whole year, and by this, I'm not saying 28. That's why I tried to drop it to 25. You said 24.
Because Cam Johnson gonna come back, and they just paid him, so he's gonna be
He can
heavy in
watch the
rotation.
fuck out the way.
they pay him a lot of money. too.
The way he
did.
played in the playoffs, it was looking like he had another little step he was gonna take too.
Yeah, no. He can watch the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
All I want him to do is do what he do, which is stand right there. If they help over too much in the gap on Cam, he'll kick it to you. That's what we working on.
Wait,
with
Cam is kicking the ball.
That's not
Okay.
We're working on Cam.
Cam had some nice passes. What you mean?
Oh, okay.
When he absolutely has it.
No, he had one on the
That
break.
motherfucker go up. Oh shit!
He had one on the break. I was like, he definitely finna take this himself. He threw the
threw it
lob.
out.
He
I was
threw the
like-
lob. I'm like, okay, Cam.
You get the easy one, I guess.
Fuck it. We get home making a Cam Thomas bill. Watch out. Ha, ha.
That's basically every point guard in pro-am. No defense, just
Yeah, they
straight
just
up
do-
bucket.
But they
getter.
do it the ugly way, where they
Yeah.
need so much screening in. He
Yeah.
say, "I'm rising in your
I'm
face."
doing what I need to do.
Dead Eye Hall of Fame.
I saw Chris Paul do that yesterday too, where it's the end of a shot clock and he had the ball and he went up for a shot and he was like, I'm already shooting 8% from three. And he passed it into Kuminga and Kuminga hit all backboard. So it was a shot clock violation. He looked at Kuminga, he goes say, that's on me. That's on me.
We know. Old man in the 3.
He also had 17, 8, and 6 yesterday. Don't sleep.
Yeah, that was a really good game for him.
The next one, Derek, check your phone for me. Next one I have is DeJounte Murray. Are you buying that this is an all-star year for him? Because you can make the argument that he's been the most impactful Atlanta Hawk player this year.
Yeah, him and Jalen Johnson.
They look really good.
Yes, it's an all-star year for him because I'm scared.
You're scared. I would buy into that too. I think the way he's shooting the ball too is really good. And
I'm
like I
scared for
said,
Trae Young.
for Trae Young,
Last year was like, is he just having a bad shooting year? He's doing it again to the point
But-
where it's like,
But you know what? They've been my second most watched team this year. It's not as bad as it could be. And I mean in the sense that over the last 5 years or so, because this is year 6 for Trae Young,
damn, already.
it's crazy. He has been the system. Give him the ball, high pick and roll. He gonna do what he gonna do, and he has one of the highest usage rates in all of basketball. They're not necessarily running their offense directly through him anymore, and that's what makes me think that like because he's shooting so bad, it's not as terrible as it could. Like if he was still the hub of everything and he was shooting like this, they wouldn't be winning games.
But let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Because it's Trae Young, because he should be your
Another
best player,
opportunity. Yeah.
because he's the face of your franchise, you need him to.
No, yeah, for sure. Like you're not accepting this. If this is the version of you're not happy about it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that because they've switched it up quite a bit, then now they can at least survive with him starting off.
Because that was
as bad.
the first couple games.
Right, you saying this used to be end all be all.
Yes,
They didn't start off so hot too. What did they start off like?
0-2.
Yeah. I felt like him shooting that many shots was hurting them. But I see what you're saying because it's just the shots are more divvied up a little bit, and you're getting more contributions from other places, which is never really a bad thing.
In order for them to be where they want to be, though, he got to be.
Oh, for sure.
Trae
That's
Young
why I'm
has to be
saying
that
that
guy.
because they're 4-3.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're cool. They're not like.
And to me, like I said, I always like them when they're playing fast.
For sure.
I feel like half court they sometimes can get caught up, but man, when they get out in transition, they really look like their team.
Like
And
this is the lowest usage rate of his entire career. Now it
Also, his lowest points is his rookie year.
yes, but it also is like in the 89th percentile. So it's not like he's fallen off dramatically, but it's just lower than what he normally has the ball. So it's just obviously I think that this team's ceiling is I think higher than we even us anticipated who had him as above the play-in if his shot just starts to fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now he hasn't had a really good shooting game yet, not one.
The
It's like,
difference
damn.
between him and Julius Randle is he averages 10, 11 assists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking
The
at
assists will always be there. I feel
I'm
like.
looking at Bogdanovic's numbers too, and he's just shooting 33%. And he missed like 30 games last season, so that's one of the other shooters. They
Hey,
got.
Jalen Johnson's been very good. For
trade
amazing.
everybody outside of DeJounte and Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm
not mad at that.
You
Had
know
a
the
light skinned brother.
The Pascal Siakam
Trae Young
trade.
super light skinned.
Yeah, seriously. The Pascal Siakam, to remember, they said it fell through because they didn't want to throw Kobe Buffkin in it or whatever. I wonder who was Jalen Johnson in that trade originally?
Oh, that's
I
a
don't
good
know.
question. Yeah,
Because if he was, they probably like, fuck.
he had to be.
Right?
Why would I want Pascal and then him and Sadiq? And
I guess that's very true. I bet they like, damn, that boy look kind of good.
I'm ready for that too. Pascal, the conversation
Bro.
with Scotty is that
Bro.
Pascal has to be traded, not
Yes.
because Pascal's bad. I actually want to credit Pascal because the difference in Pascal and somebody like Julius Randle is you wouldn't tell that Pascal is struggling. He still plays extremely hard, head up, engaged super fully on both ends of the floor. It's just that it's basketball and it's only one It's literally only one basketball when you're playing, and I think they have to. Last year was deal. You got to get traded.
I think that they don't even have to go through rebuild, though. They can go through retooling because that's how good Scotty has been, where it's like
I don't know.
you want them to like break it down completely.
Because I think when you trade OG as well,
No, because
No,
OG's really fucking good.
I love Scotty and OG together.
Yeah, I think they fit together.
I just don't. I think that team takes you down. Okay, you're right. It is a retool. Rebuild.
It really depends. Like
rebuild is you take this shit to the
Breaking it
bottom.
down to the bolts, and it's just Scotty.
This team still is a lottery picking team. That's why I said that. But that could be a retool. You have the 12th pick. You get somebody nice. You come in. You try to move it and groove it. I don't know if this team is a playoff team at all when they make the trade.
yeah, not
Right,
without
right.
Siakam. Yeah,
Right. The next one I have.
Hopefully they keep OG. It ain't a
It's not a guarantee.
given. It's not a
It's
given.
not a guarantee.
So, but yeah, I like them together too. But it's not a given.
Yeah, that's the tough part because like you have to kind of play your ear to the ground and be like, do we think he gonna resign?
yeah.
Because if not,
OG's
then we have to
unrestricted. Yeah,
trade.
he's unrestricted.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you got to wait until the deadline, I guess.
Yep. The next one, buy or sell that the Bucks defense is completely cooked.
Bro, this is
completely cooked. they not guarding nothing up top, bro. They're not guarding nothing up top, and I mean they gonna probably stop you in the paint though because they got Giannis and Brook Lopez down there, and they want Brook Lopez down there, but. I'm not seeing many people that's going to be fighting through screens. They're going to be really stopping down the
last 2
guards.
days, the last 2 games, Jalen Brunson gave them 45, and then Cam gave them a 43.
Maxey gave them 30 to start.
It's been
the guard defense is just going to be non-existent.
I'm buying that.
And Jay Crowder's a good defender, but I don't want him guarding guards. I want him guarding like the big wings of the world, like. And
the big wings. I love when he said that.
Dame is
Love
not
some
the
big
defender
wings.
that you would want him to be, obviously. But I didn't know he was. He's been very bad. Like this has been very.
You ain't
very
know
bad.
this?
He was bad, but he wasn't this bad in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like, damn, he's just not doing shit on the defensive side of the ball.
They're better without him.
Is that? I don't know if that was true.
He's
I don't know if
talking
that's
about
statistically true or not. If they're defensively better without
In the
him.
202 minutes of Damian Lillard, they're a minus 53. And in 86 minutes without Damian Lillard, they're 40 plus 41.
I think they're still figuring it. Well, obviously, they're still figuring that out, bro.
Like there's a crazy range.
That is
That
crazy.
is, but I think
I don't think
it's
Dame's
just,
ever seen those stats in his life.
No.
ever.
Yeah, it's always been the other way around.
Even when Giannis goes to the bench, I need Dame to be more like looking for his own shot and like implementing himself. Because he can get passive a little bit, and we know, like we just said, the defense might not be there every night. So you're gonna need them like them points up on the board.
Yes, it's unfortunate because like nobody's gonna fear that team. Nobody fears that team right now. Everybody looked at them at the beginning of the season like, damn, they got Dame and Giannis.
Don't get it twisted.
Giannis will a little bit of fear.
Giannis will bust that ass though.
That's what he did yesterday.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
he went 1 for. Remember we was looking at. I didn't even know until I really looked back at the box score. Remember when he hit that 3 in the fourth?
Yeah.
After he missed one, and I like what made the 3 so weird is Dame was right there for the one
open.
more. He missed the first one. Dame was like, he took one more and he hit it, but he ended up going 1 for 7. What happened? Giannis don't care. Giannis is gonna get his.
Yeah, the fuck.
It is funny that he
Klay
looked
Thompson.
off.
Bro, he was on
Klay
some
Thompson
2K
mentality.
types. Like one time he was going to the pole, spin move, dunk. He had blue pass. Who was it? Ben Simmons, dunk.
Bro, he be trying to get on that with Pierre.
Bro, for real.
Yeah, offensively, they gonna be able to put up points. Maybe if they could just get some stops down.
They ran pick and roll. No, they
down
ran.
into the
They
game.
ran the pick and roll with Dame, and they kind of did it with Chris Middleton too, with Giannis at the end of the game. And I was like, okay, there you go, because you know that you need something to go to down the end of the game. And
Well, that might have been the same play where they ran the high pick and roll with Dame and Giannis. Giannis rolled. Defense stepped up. He kicked it out to Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder missed a shot. They got the offensive rebound, and then Giannis hit the second 3. And it was like, oh, yeah, that's what we've been waiting for.
because obviously the bigs, like if you're guarding Giannis on the big or whatever, you're probably trying to drop down a little bit, and the guard is probably hedging or whatever. Dame and Chris Middleton are really good at doing that like cat and mouse game where they got him in the back, they can draw contact, do all the other stuff. I'd love to see that more in trying to get Giannis those easy ones, because sometimes Giannis be having to go through a damn brick wall to put up some points.
Yeah, they are gonna really miss Drew Holiday with that point of attack.
Here's a stat that Nekias Duncan put out. This is from yesterday before the last Dame and Giannis game, but they had ran 42 pick and rolls collectively. That is less than what Killian Hayes and Jalen Duren has ran, less than what Eric Gordon and Yusuf Nurkic has ran, less than Tyler Hero and Thomas Bryant, less than Malik Monk and JaVale fucking McGee.
Can I ask a question? Is
Uh-huh.
there a way for you to see how many pick and rolls did Dame run last year? How used to pick and rolls?
I don't have access to Second Spectrum. I don't have the membership, but
you know what's crazy?
you know what? I can't find that out. Yes, I can.
I know him and Nurkic used to run it a lot.
You know what? No, the crazy thing is, I think Drew Holiday's pick and roll numbers from last year were crazy in terms of they were running it all the time, but not with Damian Lillard is weird.
Yeah, no, that is actually true.
So is Adrian Griffin coaching, or is he out there? Just
I don't know. I haven't really seen.
Hey, you got him right.
100%.
All right.
100%. I haven't really seen Adrian Griffin like step into that coaching. Like I haven't seen him step up in that moment yet. You know where you see like a coach, he has like that. They have a close game. He has that good timeout or that good. I haven't seen him make that good.
I have
thing.
yet. I mean, I have. It
which
was
one?
a game against the Knicks
Mhm.
because before that, the way they were running their defense was bringing Brook up in a pick and roll and having him trapped to try to force a lot of turnovers. Obviously, that's not who Brook Lopez is.
Oh, okay.
He's a all defensive caliber player on his drop coverage, and against the Knicks, they played exclusively drop coverage,
But
and that's how he
listen,
ended up with 8
that wasn't
blocks.
even him though. That obviously he's the one that
He
tells
made
him
the
to
right
get,
de-
he made the right decision.
but it wasn't-
The team told him to do that.
True, that's very true.
So I'm trying to see like I think he's very receptive, which can work well for you as a coach. But I'm looking for like what is his like ideals and what does he think about, or like what is his strategy?
What is he enforcing?
Yeah, I haven't just seen that yet.
So here's the numbers for Damian Lillard. Last year, he ran a total of 11 pick and rolls as the ball handler per game. That will put him 4th in the association. This year so far, it is down to, oh my God, I lost it, 8.8. So he's sacrificing, what was that, 3 a game so far, and that will put him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th.
This one makes it so weird.
right above Terry Rozier.
But what makes it so
only
weird?
be that much? You know, why I feel
Why
like
is-
it'd be
yeah.
30 pick and rolls per
Right,
game?
right.
But what makes it so weird is what's stopping them.
Nothing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. It's just like what
Because
you
it's
giving
heavily
up?
efficient. They were points per possession. They were 1.05 points per pick and roll, which is second in the league, and they just still don't run it. And then they were 22nd in frequency. So it's like, dang, you have this play that is showing that it scores, and yet you're not running it enough. And that's how we get to this.
Yeah,
part
for the
of-
Bucks fans, they should be worried. This doesn't look like a championship caliber team. I know it's early, but
I was gonna say, damn, they should be worried.
I think they should be a little bit worried because if you don't have a good defense where you can consistently get stops, I don't really see a world where you can win a championship.
Those numbers now, points per pick and roll, 1.13. That's second behind only the Clippers, who had 1.19. So they get it, but they just don't do it often because now they're still 22nd in frequency. So
Yeah, I was
run it more.
Yeah, because last year it says Damon was like 40% frequency. Drew Holiday was like 38. So they were both running about the same pick and roll.
Coaching, what it boils down to. My next one is Chet is a threat for Rookie of the Year. Buy or sell?
I'm buying in that.
I'm selling it. Vic is just. I think there's just a gap between Vic and the rest of the competition that is not even. It's no really argument for anyone else.
I'm buying it. I mean, I'm selling it. I'm sorry. I'm selling it. I like the fact that we can have this conversation because Chet does deserve respect and acknowledgement. But I agree with Darrick. I just think that Vic is so unique and so special. And the way that the Spurs are playing, it's going to be must-see TV. And because people are going to actually be watching him and not just studying his box score, I don't know. It's just going to be too much.
I think it's going to be really close. But Vic has like, it's his to lose. That just beat my ass. But yeah, he's the one that's
my ass beat every podcast episode. I got some shit I just can't stay.
It's, we had to wake up a little early today, so
true,
we did.
But no, it's his. Holy shit, it's his to lose.
Darrick's face just said that he's why we came early. He said.
But he's also, I think Vic has had the moments too, but Chet has had a couple moments too where it's like he's definitely standing out in the crowd. So that's why I say he's got a good chance. And I mean, they're both averaging kind of close to the same, around like close to 20. Vic is obviously higher right now, but it's like they're averaging kind of close to the same. The blocks,
but that's why I'm scared.
I think it's a little different.
Some of the stuff Chet was doing, you think it's gonna come down to earth a little bit?
60% from three is not.
The 3-point per shooting, yeah.
Vic shit ain't like out of this world, and he's doing this. So it's like at some point I expected him to get in some type of groove, and like I
guess that would be the argument. Because then if anything, I would expect Vic to get better throughout the season and everything.
And I expect
like that,
the Spurs also like probably have Trey Jones start more so at the PG spot than Jeremy Sohan, and Trey Jones is gonna find Vic more than Sohan.
They just got. I think it's part of what people are saying too.
At Game 5 will not look the same at Game 27
for sure. I think it's on both ends too. Vic does have to do what Pierre pointed out, where like he has to get better position to start off with. That's a big thing, and that's how they end up kind of having some bad turnovers trying to force it to him.
Not last one. A couple more. Are you buying or selling that the Houston Rockets are a good basketball team? 3-3 on the season. Of course, the last two of their wins were without De'Aaron Fox.
Basketball team?
Let's say competing for the play-in.
Then I'm selling.
I think I had them like 13th, which means that they were relatively somewhat in that conversation. The West is just so stacked, but it just really depends. I'm indifferent right now because if they're going to play like they've played the last 3 games when Şengün is like heavily featured and it's kind of through him, sign me up for it. But if they're going to continue to feel like we have to have Jalen Green and Jabari be superstars in year 2 and 3, then ride me off the wave. But they haven't had Tari Eason yet. He should be back. Amen Thompson is hurt. So this team is missing things, and they're still getting shit done.
I'm selling. I don't think this is their year. I would love it for it to be, but I don't think this is their year. West too stacked.
Why don't I just get this notification? What the heck?
And how do they know that you know?
I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
Cheesy.
He cheesy hard as hell. Never seen him in a suit like that before.
Hell no.
Buying or selling the Mavericks as contenders?
I think contenders are a little bit of a stretch.
I hate this word right away.
Yeah.
They put this on the Timberwolves last night.
But they're a very good. They're a very good basketball team. So I'm gonna still the contender part because I don't. In a 7-game series, I still think I would take like the Nuggets over them. The Clippers.
Stop playing with this team, man. They contenders.
I don't know. I don't feel confident about them. I think they they can have like some crazy offensive times with Luka Doncic. Luka has been amazing this season.
Yeah.
Like borderline, I know he had left
it.
out with a little. I guess he had maybe a concussion or whatever, but he came back in the game.
Concussion
Protocol.
He
He
did not have a concussion and come
but
back.
he had bumped his head. Like no, he hit
Brain
somebody's
bleed.
knee.
He just out there.
Dribble.
They needed him though. They needed him for sure. Because I mean, Kyrie Irving was out there. He was looking. He didn't look like the same.
Less than
Kyrie
ideal.
Irving,
Less than ideal.
which is not ideal for the Mavericks when they need that offense. But Luka came back in the game and he just took right over. He took right back over, and it's just like they gonna have to lean on Luka all damn season for them to pull out stops. And
No. They got that one boy.
Not
Viewer through the wire.
who?
Grant Williams.
I was about to say Grant Will. I'm expecting.
Yes.
I'm expecting.
How you figure that?
I've DM'd him the other day. He said, I tune in sometimes, y'all be having me laughing, and then I hear some takes that I agree with.
Yeah.
I told him come on the show in January.
Yeah.
He said he's down.
Grant Williams shooting is probably gonna go down. I think Kyrie Irving probably goes below
Now you
that
finna
out.
have him not come on.
No, I'm saying that he's shooting the ball so damn well. He's shooting the ball like really well for the Mavericks. I don't know if he keeps that up all year. Like
I'm
I said,
buying.
same thing with Kyrie. I don't think he struggles like this all
I
year.
gotta have a stupid ass thing that I say, so I'm buying. This is my reach. I'm buying that when you have Luka Doncic, anything is possible. When you have
Luka Magic.
when you have Tim Hardaway Jr.,
Oh,
anything
he's
is possible.
crazy.
Kyrie Irving, Darrick Lively, Josh Green, Grant Williams. Do I have
Derek
to keep
Lively
going?
is fitting into the do not bet on list. And it's not because of him, it's because of
Maxi
Jason Kidd.
Oh, rebounds.
Just because he might play 15 minutes or he might play 30.
You gotta identify them people that's like iffy in the rotation. You need them locks. Like they playing 34 minutes per night.
Jaden Hardy. Should I keep naming? Seth Curry. This is a contending team, man.
Oh. He's still going on.
Dwight Powell, mother.
Okay.
Maxi Kleber.
That's where you lose.
Sean Holmes.
Jason Kidd, Rashawn Holmes.
Oh, man.
He still got 11 badges.
The last one I have. Are you buying or selling the Washington Wizards?
Dante Exum.
Are you buying or selling the Washington Wizards as the worst team in the
By
NBA?
far, historically. Historically.
Oh,
Historically, man. This team, is bad.
They are.
And Jordan Poole is just being.
This is
bad,
a great team at being bad. They're elite with their badness.
Somebody had posted like that screenshot of like Jordan Poole's assist to turnover ratio, and it's like terrible, and it's so bad. It's like 1-to-1 damn near.
As a league guard, that's insane. Yeah, I mean, again, that's a team that I have not watched. I just look at the box score and say, "Oh yeah, they down by 20."
Jones, they point guard.
Yeah,
No, I took Tyus Jones for 8 assists. He got me 1. I'm never. Never.
God.
It's not his fault.
Never.
They just come make
They-
shots.
yeah,
It's a 2-man.
Never.
But that I was telling, that is true though. I was
Yeah, that-
trolling in the moment, but that's actually
It
true.
is true. It is true. But these guys do this every game. I'm
You know,
looking at
you think of that as a 2-man shot, but then you see Tyrese Halliburton just like he just get him.
Bro, he's a good damn near 11 per game easily.
It was at 11 and a half last
He's
night.
gonna get it.
And he
would've
would
he got
got
8. He's
got
got
it
8.
if they didn't blow him out by 50.
Yeah, he didn't play in the fourth quarter, so it's like.
But the way I think you got to also look at how they're utilized. He don't do nothing but dribble that ball. Like he's getting people open
Yes,
like
handles for days Hall of
24/7.
Fame.
Is he a system,
I think so.
or is it too early to tell?
Halliburton.
Do those systems always get like the championship? Probably not. But I feel like there's players that you kind of build around and have that identity for. That like that's a system in
No, I think
itself.
he's
It will-
definitely
What's the system?
Like
I would like probably like fast athletic dudes, fast athletes that can shoot around him because he's gonna push the pace. He said they put up damn near like 140. It seemed like every other game they putting up 140 points. All they do is they're up and down, up and down. I need people that's gonna run and people that's gonna be shot makers versus like
It's a tough
shot
question
creators.
because when you're a system, it means like this is happening solely because of you. Could we take him out and put LaMelo in here and they do the same thing?
No.
I don't think so.
Could we take him out and put Tyrese Maxey in here and they do the same thing?
No.
no.
None of those guys are playmaking like he is for them.
Yeah, I think his playmaking is what makes him like. The
I say
engine.
no to LaMelo because of the shooting and overall decision making, and
Yeah.
I say no to Maxey because of the passing.
If
Yeah.
that's the case, then yeah, he is a system. If
Yeah, I
what
think
he is
his-
doing can't be like recreated, then he's the system.
Yeah, his IQ is crazy.
If he got hurt and Andrew Nembhard started and they
They lost by 50 when he didn't start.
He's a system. Who was that against?
The Celtics.
Right.
Now they might have lost by 30 with him, you know, but
Sure.
still they lost by 50.
That's just good supportive evidence. When James Harden got hurt with the Rockets, hey,
Yeah.
what the hell are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Hey, all right, Eric Gordon, you got to do step backs.
It's not a lot of systems in the NBA, like one man systems.
Him, Luka,
Jokic.
Heliocentric.
Is LeBron still a system?
People are so I talked about this on my podcast, and I was reading through the comments, and I said no on LeBron now, but yes on LeBron 4 years ago.
Yeah. But I don't know. He's
trying not to be a system.
It's nothing wrong to say he's not when he's been for 30 years.
Yeah, no. But I think he's actively trying not to be a system. He's just too damn old.
He's trying to pass the keys.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with my pops. You know who I think is a system?
Who?
Steph Curry.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Hell yeah. That's like one of the top, I feel like.
Completely around him.
Who's the worst system?
Trae Young.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not knock at Trae Young.
No.
It's just
someone
like,
has to be the worst.
think about the names we just
Julius
said.
Randle.
Yeah.
He's not
a system.
Bro, you can't convince me.
He's not a system.
They be trying to let Julius Randle do his shit.
I think Ja Morant in a way is a system as well.
Interesting.
His ability to get downhill and just create so much havoc and so many shots for everybody.
But that's
I
what I'm
wouldn't
saying. Is
agree
that
as
a
much for
system?
Ja. I wouldn't
or is
agree as
that
much for
just
Ja. I
like,
think that's just Ja Morant.
is that a system or is that just basketball? If you can penetrate.
Yeah, no, I think so because that offense without Ja Morant just doesn't look good. But when Ja Morant is on the court, that offense is.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. The last 2 years of sample size of him missing, they've been pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's just this year.
This year specifically.
because they're missing more.
You're missing
than
like
him.
3
they're
players.
missing like 5.
And the players they have to replace are not used to playing. Zaire Williams plays almost 30 minutes a game. Last time I checked.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I buy the Ja Morant's system yet. But I also don't think you need to be a system and be successful.
Yeah,
a
you
lot
don't.
of the systems we mentioned have not.
Yeah, the
ultimately
Spurs
been
in general
successful.
is a system. Like their team is a system.
Right. You wouldn't call Tim Duncan a system. You call what they do a system. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm reluctant to just throw that out there. I'm not.
That's why I only think it's maybe 5 of them.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Because even in my initial, I thought about Tyrese, but I said nah. That's why I brought it to y'all. But
I'm still
argument.
hesitant on that Tyrese thing. Who are the other players?
Luka, Jokic.
past James Harden,
James Harden, yeah.
but current Luka, Steph Curry, Jokic,
Prime Russell was a system as well.
MVP Russell.
MVP Russell.
That's a system, or is that just a dog?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's
system
I
is
wouldn't say
like-
that's a system.
This is an offense
Mm-hmm.
as a team that is thriving because of this, and it's like not just like
I think a main reason why that OKC team was good and they were thriving was because solely of Russ just going out there and averaging a triple double.
But that's not a system,
Yeah, it's
though.
not a
Like that's just
system.
him. That's him being a really good basketball player and
he's
like
dogging.
carrying them. System is like,
it's a system.
yeah, that wasn't really. That was like he had. I mean, Andre
I
Roberson
understand it
around him,
both ways.
Steven Adams around. Yeah, like
I think I'll probably lean towards what y'all saying a little bit more. But if you told me that version
7
of Russ,
seconds or less is a system.
Yeah. Steve Nash was a system.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you can't do that without you can't replace
as
that
good
with
as
anybody.
Shea is he a system?
So
No.
that's
No,
what my
not yet.
That's what I'm saying.
my producer Greg brought that up, and I was saying to him, I don't believe so.
I don't
Not
think so
yet, at
either.
least. Could he be there potentially? But he's not that just yet.
Because if that was the case, then everybody
Everybody that's great is a system.
that's the point what I'm
Yeah.
making.
Right.
You can't. Everybody's not a system. We're not doing it. No. Fuck no.
Yeah.
So Russell Westbrook to me not a system. He had a historic year. We was doing a lot of different things and it kept them in games. But that's not a system. That is not a
You
system.
say Joel Embiid?
He's not a system.
No.
I think he's an amazing basketball player. I don't think he's a system though.
No.
At least
See, my counter with that is
currently,
like-
the way he's playing, he might turn into it.
Because you can't run your offense
Exactly.
literally through him
But
the whole
based
game.
on the way we've seen him over the last 10 years or so, he hasn't been a system. He's just been a dominant force.
Okay.
But now if we're using
Exactly.
him as a hub, then he could turn into a system.
Because when I look at Steph Curry, so much work through that. It's not just like him. It's everything on the floor. James Harden with the Rockets. Everything worked. It may have been like not somebody's piece of cake or how they like to watch basketball because he's just dribble pounding. But that shit was a well-oiled machine that was thriving and
Bro,
worked.
y'all
to
saying
a
that
T.
Warriors
Good for
game.
55 every year,
In
at
that
least.
Warriors game, Steph Curry threw the ball to I think he threw the ball to Chris Paul in the post. And this is early in the this is early in the shot clock, but this is the whole reason why it's a system though. Chris Paul got the ball in the post for 15, damn near 10, 15 seconds, nothing but moving. And he was looking around, looking for Steph Curry, looking for all the cutters. He finally just took a post fade and made the shot, but it's just like,
Oh my
that's
God.
that's all because they want to get that system going where Steph Curry, and I think Klay Thompson is part of that too, like involved in that, where it's just
they
constant
have
movement.
a system in place, but then because
It's all
Steph
Curry's like
Curry,
the engine.
It's like a
because he
perfect match
became
them. Yeah.
him, it just
Yeah.
made everything even. It still can work to this
I just think
day.
they couldn't have been replicated by like they tried to make Jordan Poole the same guy in the Steph Curry minutes, and it just didn't work. Now that's just small sample
That,
size
to
of one
me,
player.
is what makes this shit like a system.
Mhm.
Versus like, because if you blur the lines too much, then you would have everybody be a system. I mean, he's great one-on-one. Jason Tatum's a system. It's like,
It's not a lot of people. Somebody asked, like, go through our NBA history. Hell no. The fuck? I'm not about to go through 80s ball
sticking
and
on
be
the
like,
fact
this
that I
guy's a
think-
system.
motherfucker gonna come up here was Gilbert Arenas.
James Harden had the nastiest system ever, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when they had Russell.
Nastiest. And you knew it was finna happen and you couldn't stop it.
Bro, they got rid of Clint Capella. They said, no, you got to Rocco and PJ. Bro, they were literally going to take the worst defender, bring him in that pick and roll action. It didn't matter how many times until
All
he
day.
finally switched over. Then we going to ISO it
Actually, I
out.
want to look.
Then we going to ISO it out.
Right, because when you say 11, I'm like, was James Harden doing 50 pick and rolls?
I'm about to look it up right now. That's what I was thinking.
It seems why does it seem like it has to be that high?
Because I'm
Because it was
looking.
a
Like,
whole
when we looked at
game.
the
What
numbers
year?
that-
We're talking about 2020. That was the year of the bubble, and that was the year without Clint Capella, right? Because that was when Russell Westbrook and company beat OKC, right? Is my timeline?
Yeah, 2020. That's 2020.
Frequency of 2020 pick and roll. Oh no, this ain't it. No, this can't be it. Hell no, this can't be
But
it.
is that 2020-21 or is that 2019-2020?
I don't know. I'm looking at both. Let's see. Yeah, this can't be right.
Had they had Ricky Rubio guarding James Harden from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not believing in these numbers.
What it say?
8%, which is last in basketball.
Oh shit.
Like how?
So look
how?
at what it Capella.
I'm even like looking at the year before that. The frequency of it is still towards the bottom of the league.
Yeah, that's weird.
Are they counting pick and roll? Is there something to make it? Because even when you were saying 11 a game, I'm like 11.
No, it seemed like they ran 11 in the first quarter.
Right.
Yeah. They opened the game with a pick and roll.
Because it's, I wonder if they counted
Is
two.
it pick and rolls that was scored?
I wonder if
count
it
as
too,
that?
because like I said, they'll have one time where he'll run a pick and roll on this one possession. Pick and roll didn't work. Run it back. Didn't work. Run it back. And it's
So,
like, that's
yeah,
already
what
three
is-
I'm not
times.
sure. I'm not sure how they counting it now. Because yeah, y'all are right. This if it's telling me that 8% of prime James Harden was pick and roll, then something not right.
He was ISO good.
He was an ISO guy too, though.
Yeah.
That's also a very good point.
But he ISO'd because he set the pick.
And
In order to
got
get
the
his
big.
matchup.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe they're not counting it a pick and roll as it like maybe
'Cause
they're
he
counting
didn't
when the roll man touches the ball or something instead of
probably.
just straight up picks being set.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it was just strictly just to get
That's just a pick. That's not a pick and roll.
yeah. He's not
They can
utilizing
get the hell
roll.
out the way.
Yeah. How many? Hey, NBA, we have to come up with a new stack. Pick
Oh.
and move the fuck out the way.
Isolations. 20% of Houston Rockets possessions in 2019-2020 were isolations.
That's it.
It
Yeah,
still
that
feels
seems
low.
low.
The number 2 team, 9%.
Oh.
Damn.
So it was a huge
Which is
gap.
who?
The Trailblazers. So
Oh,
it's
Dame and
Damian
CJ.
Lillard. Yeah. And CJ, I forgot about that. And he had the most and the highest points per possession when it comes to isolation. That is like when he said, I'm a system. I'm not a system player. I'm a system. I'm like, you used to be.
Yeah.
And
You
you were
ain't
a
wrong.
damn good
You
system.
ain't wrong.
Damn good
It's
system.
not it right now.
Just not right now. It's good ball talk. Mike, can I tell you, yesterday I watched the series finale of Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all know I'm an emotional guy. I cry my eyes out, man.
I cry all the time.
But it was a combination of things. I thought the ending was beautiful
You went from crying all the time. You went from not crying at all to crying all the time.
because of his girlfriend. But he won't say it.
Sure.
He won't say it. When he told us he didn't cry, guess what he was? Single. And
I
now he
probably had
cries
a
all the
girlfriend
time.
at the time.
Huh?
I probably had a girlfriend at
But
the
not
time.
you didn't have a wifey. You might have had a girlfriend, but now you got a wifey.
Hey, whatever y'all say.
Okay. Anyway, one of the reasons this is about to get not deep, but like when Attack on Titan premiere, we were in high school. And I was watching on a weekly basis. And now I am an adult with a wife and a kid. It's been 10 years and it's finally over. I also cry because I was so mad that I didn't get to experience that journey with anybody. So I went to Suzanne. I was like, we petty. Because we could have experienced the emotion of this 10-year journey together. Where in this finale, we're both tearing up and crying and stuff.
To what show?
Attack on Titan. And we didn't get that. And I didn't get that with anybody. I was so disappointed about it. Like John is the only person I know that's actively
I seen
an anime watcher.
you have
Even he hasn't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it either.
It's like, I need to talk about it with somebody.
I watched Attack on Titan. I literally got a figurine when you watch my videos.
Yeah.
I'm so far fucking behind that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even been watching my One Piece either. So anime has kind of like taken a hold from me.
We locked in on basketball. We got shit to do.
Yeah, basketball is
Yesterday
like from
games
6 to
ended at
11.
like 10 yesterday. So I was like, I got
Yeah.
some extra
Yeah.
hours to
I'll be seeing the
dive in.
games at 8 versus like 10:30.
Yeah. But it was, if you watch
Today
Attack on
is no
Titan,
games.
no games at all.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
what we doing?
Making our new bills and make our GM team.
Oh, we just gonna play Pro-Am all day.
We should.
I told my girlfriend we're gonna have a movie night.
Oh, it's sucker. Sucker. Yo ass a sucker.
Hey,
Who said that?
When you said suck, I thought of Tizo touchdown.
Who said that?
I don't know.
I know you know this. Sucker. Yo ass a sucker.
It sounds. I don't know. It sounds like a.
You know what it is, Austin? That's that Darrick. 52 bars.
Oh.
Sucker. Yo ass a sucker.
I was- it sounded a little familiar.
Y'all have movies like planned out already, or y'all just gonna go to Netflix and find something on the fly?
And now we have we're planning out some movies.
I can get you
I told
something
you
for
already.
everybody.
Like, what, I told you.
Peggy
She said she's
Peggy's
seen
not-
that.
Nah, that
decent.
shit is gone.
Bro, the Walgreens by me has a red box.
Real?
That's what made me think.
Bro, my auntie be
Oh,
killing
you know what?
them
Yes,
red
I was
boxes.
just there the other day. It still does have a red box, bro. Wow. I ain't even got no. Oh my! I guess your Xbox plays DVDs and
What you
shit.
get from that Walgreens?
Tongue scrapers.
Oh, hey, important. I got one on my bathroom sink right now.
I had to just use mine for a couple weeks and let's get a new one.
Oh, I thought you said you had it in between your cheeks.
Well,
No, we planned out some movies. I told you I was looking at that Percy Jackson movie because they have the movie series.
Percy Jackson.
was that on HBO?
I don't know. We'll just find
You
it.
got that site right.
But yeah, we both never seen the second one, but
Hey.
we've seen the first one.
Don't do it.
Why? I like that type of stuff.
You like
though.
bad movies, I know.
I like bad movies. I read the books though, and I think that says something if I read they books.
Yeah, that was the last book you read. It says a lot about you.
No, it was.
Did you read it for fun or was that for school?
This was in high school. I read it for fun. I think we probably had some type of shit where you needed to read, and I probably picked it up in the books. But
So
I
it
was
wasn't
reading.
it wasn't for fun.
No, I didn't have to
Jalen
read.
Brunson be going crazy.
Yeah.
I ain't had to read all 5, 6 of the
That boy
books,
got a
but I
nasty
did.
step back. Stop playing with that boy.
That's funny. He said I had to read it for fun. I read it for
Well,
fun.
but it might
I
have been
probably
for
read
something.
the first book,
I
but then
got
I
the
read
money
the
for
series
fun.
because it's not just one book.
Right. How many books is it?
It's probably like 5 or 6.
Read it
You
for
read
fun.
the books, all of them.
Yeah, I read them. That's why I said it's value to
Hey.
me to watch the second movie because I've seen the books.
Forget the ice bucket challenge. I donate $1 million to SLS if you could read one page of a Harry Potter book. He don't have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh, there's no
Do
idea.
you?
That's when who was somebody told Floyd to read? Yeah, what was that 50?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You on it. You on it.
And then he switched it at the end. He's like,
What do you say, without stuttering or some shit?
Yeah, without stuttering.
then he started off with Harry
Today,
Potter,
stupid.
and then he said something like, "Just read it. Just read a page of Cat Hat."
Movie night's not a bad idea for today. Yeah, no basketball is kind of crazy.
I might go to bed at 7. Get some rest.
Are we gonna play Fort today?
I'm down.
No,
Yes.
you're playing Pro-Am.
Well, how are you
can
down?
do
You
both.
just said you're going to have a movie night.
I mean, she doesn't get off to work till she doesn't get back till 6.
Oh, okay. I feel
So
you.
I'm gonna be
But he's
on.
got stuff to do right
We got
after the
stuff to
pod.
do.
We have stuff to do later today as well as a group.
I'll make it work.
May get clapped. You gonna be grinding your build, or you just
Of course.
you making that team?
He not gonna come out for a little bit.
Oh, then what?
But if we're getting
But I have other
team,
builds.
then it's like,
yeah,
why
you
not?
might as well.
We'll see.
We
Cause
all gonna be
he not gonna be good at like no 90. He need to be up there.
what? That's gonna help him progress.
no build is good at 90. No build is good at 90.
We all gonna
Some
be
other
out there.
builds are better than others.
We all gonna be out there. Don't worry.
Yeah, because
but you
my
know we-
Shaq bill finna go crazy.
You making one today?
But you
I'll
don't
probably
really
make it at
have
some point.
real time. Well, I guess you've been in Discord a lot more over the last 2 days versus the first week.
And
of
then he could
fatherhood.
grind without being in Discord.
So she usually is laying with you when you're in Discord.
Yeah.
ESPN releases their rankings for top 25 players under 25.
Got my video for today. We in it. I'm gonna go record that as soon as we get home. Easy
Money.
Easy money.
Let's wrap this up, man.
We appreciate y'all
Pierre
watching
got places to be.
or listening to this episode of
Somebody
the
asked me, am I
podcast.
going solo? Yeah, I don't rock with these three.
That's what somebody asked me that too. Oh man, you putting so much effort in promoting the podcast. Where's your priorities? And that's when I tweeted, "Fuck TTW."
Yeah,
Even though you got it tatted on you.
I streamed.
I was thinking about that. What am I gonna do?
I streamed that.
I mean, it's part of your life.
Yeah.
I streamed it, and I was streaming, and somebody was like, "Did you see KB said?"
I didn't say fuck Doodle. I said fuck TTW. There's a difference.
I said, "So
Yeah.
you do get that tatted on you.
I do have it tatted.
You count out the money for fun."
Be sure to
Money for
actually
fun.
you don't have to leave a like or anything. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back
Leave a
on
like.
Saturday.
Helio Citrus Podcast. Leave 1,000 likes.